to the galaxy.
The Force fights with
I forgot Raven was at work today.
Yes, they said they wouldn't be able to do this.
Yeah, they said they wouldn't be able to do, but I didn't get the reason. I didn't hear the reason before. So I didn't know. Because I know that they said that they had taken the weekend off because of everything, but I didn't hear, like, that they were working this morning.
Hmm.
All Republic forces pull back.
It is too late to retreat, Admiral.
Anywho,
Escape for us.
I'm gonna just play some KOTOR because that actually makes me feel good.
You are strong.
That's nice. I'm probably not going to be in stream. I might pull it up, but I'm not going to be
The dark side.
paying much attention because I got things to do.
Put it up on your Chromebook or whatever your laptop is.
No, it'll be up on Xbox and I'm working on my laptop. Fuck you.
Ah, other way around. I see. I see.
Yes.
I didn't
Yes,
realize you had
I
work to
have.
do.
I have 2 study guides that are due today, and only one of them is partially completed. The other one is bone dry. Like, fuck.
Okay, so last time we left off, we were on Manan. We did a number of things. So after we finished Kashyyyk, we went and we talked to a lot of our party members. We got to know a bunch of them better. We learned some stuff about Jolie, like how he had been married. We learned about Karth's son, went to Korriban and convinced him to leave the Sith. We did a few errands and whatnot, and we also found out that Korriban has a Sith Academy that we were able to gain entry into, even though we're not going to do Korriban just yet. Right now, we are on Manan, where the Republic and the Sith are both there because it is a neutral planet, and they're vying through espionage and whatnot to handle each other without the Selkath learning of it. And as such, there's also a court case going on, and we've been giving a access card to the Sith, to the Sith base that we had to break the encryption on so that we can get in there. So that's a thing that we can do. Yeah, so we need to retrieve a droid for the Republic. So let's go and see about handling that. We also need to conduct an investigation into the murder of a member of the Sith, supposedly by a Republic officer or old Republic war hero. That's not what we want to do. So, when we get to that, let's see here. She's got the neuron amplifier. So that's good for her. Okay. Oh, so we did the entirety of the Manan circuit, and we were able to get a ton of money from that. I keep hitting the wrong button. To West Central Courtyard, East Courtyard, Shop, Look Enclave. So we've got a number of ways we can get in. We can get into the Sith base by going to the hangar, killing all the Sith in the hangar, and then taking a speeder to the base. That is a entirely valid method of getting there. Or we can use the access card that we've decrypted, and use that to go walk right in the front door. So what I'm going to do, this is just for the XP. I'm gonna go down over to the hangar bay where those Sith are, and I'm gonna kill them anyway.
Well,
XP is XP. Also, we got
yeah, it
two
is.
separate Selkath who wanted us to investigate a number of goings on here on Manan. Namely, one wanted us to find out what the deal is with the Republic hiring a fuckload of mercenaries. And the other wanted us to look into the continuing disappearances of Selkath youth. and he suspects that the Sith are involved. Also, over at the Sith base, also we've been told that the different military bases might have clues into the murder of that one Sith officer. We found some very damning looking evidence over at the Republic base. When we go to the Sith base, we're also going to investigate there as well. Like I said, XP's XP. Okay, I could go first. All that Sith had was 30 credits. Not even a lightsaber or like a robe. He's like, he had 30 bucks on him.
Broke his shit.
No wonder they had him at the no wonder they had him at the hangar bay loading crates.
Fucking worthless.
Alright, so what we're gonna do is, since we got that access card.
Holy shit.
Just wow, though.
What the?
So let's go walk through the front door.
Shit.
That was loud.
It was. This is funny.
What exactly is funny?
Coworker sent a picture of a job they're at. Door was fucked up. Door totaled.
Speaking of garage doors, yesterday I had to go and take some WD-40 and grease the wheels in the track because that thing was getting squeaky.
You can find shit in Home Depot.
Yeah. Yeah,
There's
like I
shit
said,
called lithium grease. That's the good stuff.
I just use WD-40.
It works enough.
Okay, and oh, here's another store.
You got any armor plating for my spook bike?
Yes, sir, I have a fine piece right here. A little dented, but still serviceable. A real bargain at that price.
I thought this garbage was free. You actually sell this junk? You fish are a strange breed.
Get out of my store. I'm sick of you Sith and your stupid jokes. Got real customers to worry about. I don't need you coming in here and making fun of my inventory every day.
Don't worry, junk man. When I want garbage, I'll be back.
So they're all assholes.
Are you
They
here
are
to
indeed.
mock me as the Sith, or do you actually want to buy something?
I'm interested in
I want to buy something while mocking you. Check all the boxes.
Alright, let's check what they got. Also droid supply. Let's buy his computer spikes.
Be right back.
You know, actually, I'm gonna need this for later. What I'm gonna do inventory. Let me. No, I don't need all that. Okay. All right, on to the Sith base. Sith diplomat.
I know you. You're the arbiter in the murder trial. Elasa was a friend of mine. If there's any justice in the galaxy, they'll feed sunray to the Phyrexians. Shouldn't you be preparing for the trial? What are you doing here?
I want to ask you some questions.
You can ask, but I doubt you'll get many answers you'll like.
Let me see here. Do you know about the Sunray case?
I know he'd already be tried, convicted, and executed if the Selkath knew anything about justice. But the fish people are as weak as the Republic when it comes to such matters. Is there anything else?
Well, that was aggressive.
Go. Stay. Doesn't matter to me. If you want to, you can even wander up to the embassy gates.
Hang on.
I know you. Shouldn't you be prepared?
I have this
If you have
pass
a
card.
pass, why are you bothering me with it? Just go in.
Cool. All right. If he doesn't care that I'm gonna go in, then fuck it.
You there. I don't recognize you. How did you get in here?
I have a pass
Your
card.
pass card is out of date, and I don't recognize you at all. We'll get to the bottom of this soon enough. Commander Gran, report to the security desk immediately. You authorize this person to enter? I don't know them, and their identification doesn't match up. They're spies.
Hold the.
Sound the alarm.
That's a
Droids,
lot of-
destroy them.
Well, that was a lot to just jump off onto. God, I just got in here. Oh well, well. In for a penny. Julie? Jesus, Julie, how are you almost dead? Huh? And there go the droids. Well, that could have gone better. But that's okay. There are other options. Let's make our way through this building. And just pretend none of that happened. Let's put on this energy shield.
What is
Two.
what?
And let's go through the door. Hi. Those two droids. Well, that worked. One play. Okay, security decryption interface. Universal computer interface. Definitely something for T3. Okay, data module. That's the Republic droid. So technically we can leave right now. But there's still a lot to go look and see, look around for here in the Sith base. Oh dear. Julie. That was excuse me, Jahani. Okay. Okay. Since nobody else is gonna use a destroy droid technique. Alright. Those droids are down. Let's see if we can't find something that will give us better insight. Oh, fuck. Fuck. How is that still happening? Okay. Droid's down.
I will be your doom!
Alright, droids are out. Huh. That looks dangerous. Let me try in solo mode.
Yes.
Ooh, that's bad. Okay, so that's a hard no. Let me see, is there any shields that negate heat? Oh, yeah, that negates heat. Okay, so where is it? There it is. Hello, Dylan.
For now.
Okay, that doesn't fucking work. Alright. Yeah, I think the only thing that can get through is a droid. Shit. And me without the ability to change my party.
I'm here.
Okay. Oh well. So not going through there.
Time to leave and come back later.
That is a hallway that is just like super corrosive, and at the end of it is a computer that allows for like access into everything in the base pretty easily.
And you can't just run down the hallway fast enough to not die?
I need a lot more health. Oh, hang on. Let me save here. If I'm right, there's an asshole on the other side of this door who's actually pretty strong. Okay, so shield.
Fully prepared to watch you still get bodied.
That is a distinct possibility. Where the fuck are they?
Also, I, madman that I am, have set coffee to brew at nearly 1:30 in the afternoon.
Okay, there's my team. Alright, everybody, you got your stuff on. Put on the Force Aura, the Night Valor,
What is it?
and let's go. Energy resistance, burst of speed. Yeah. Okay. Oh, they're not in that door. I could have swore. I really thought they were gonna be in that door. Next room, then. Nope, just other assholes. So, what we saw was actually the entrance. What I just passed by was actually the entrance we would have gone through if I had decided to use the hangar entrance. Or use the speeder from the hangar. Okay. And he's down. Really love to get some security access. Because I would like to not have to kill every single personally kill every single person that I run into using my lightsaber.
Why not?
I mean, it's fun. It's just a lot of work. I'm going to use a computer spike. I took the skill for a reason.
To be lazy? No response.
It's not a no.
Exactly. Like, no comment.
Okay, so these are some pressure valves that I would have to fuck around with for a while. Water pump analysis. In order to get to the other end. Do the latter half. Hey, there they are! Of course they would be right there. I'm fucked. Are you seriously? Just please. Can this not happen right now?
I will be your doom.
Hit them with the insanity. Yeah.
I'm here.
Okay. Killed all the Sith here. That is not what we're trying to do. Not trying to talk to honey. Okay. Another lightsaber. Another lightsaber. Crystal General. Okay. And not gonna gonna be able to go through that way. Door is shielded. Okay, yeah. Since I don't have access to that computer room, I am gonna have to go through the water pressurization area. That one is, it's a little bit of a puzzle to figure out which way to go. Okay, no water in there. Both rooms are filled with water. Okay. Alright, which means... Okay then. Which means I'll have to come back over here. Water has been transferred to another chamber. If this chamber is empty. Which means I can then transfer over to that chamber.
Warning. What?
That chamber doesn't have water.
Warning. Active.
But boarding flow control. Ugh. Thanks.
Warning. Active. Warning.
No, fuck. That's not what I wanted to do.
Warning. Warning. Water.
Okay, that chamber is flood. Not. I should be good. Awesome. Okay, I'm on the other side of the base. Now from this end of the base, I can access other security functions, other secret areas, and more information. Oh, god damn it! Open a door, there's more fuckers on the other side of it. And everybody's
I don't know what you expected.
Okay, I should say it's actual fucking, like, Sith Lords on the side of it. Could everybody just stop getting hit by, like, these bargain bin attacks? Oh my god. Jolie, hit them with insanity. Jolie, no! Wake up, old man. I swear to God. Okay. I really need to give him something that gives him immunity to mind-affecting powers. That shit's getting ridiculous. Okay, another Genro crystal. Another energy shield.
Your suffering pleases me.
Dude, everybody's got a fucking Genro crystal. Holy shit. Alright. Bio antidote package. Irradiate strength amplifier. Alright. Julie, just heal everybody real fast. Honestly, I'm surprised that that's the second time I went into a room full of actual Sith Lords. I'm actually not even going to call them Sith Lords. They're just Dark Jedi. Where they had me by surprise, and I just killed them anyway. Oh, hi. Why do they have a poison mine in this room? That doesn't make any sense. This is where you work. Whatever. Alright. Alright, we're gonna slice into the computer, view East Barracks. And I'm gonna leave that be. View security room. Alright, let's disable that force field so that we don't have to take the pump access next time. And we're gonna disable those security droids because I don't feel like fighting them. Security reception. Yeah, I already murdered everybody there. Training room. Okay, there's a Sith Lord there. Flow control. Killed everybody in there, that's right. Disassembly room. And we already handled everything over there, so. Okay. Alright. Gonna save that. Alright, now let's see if we can find out about these missing Selkath. As when we looked at the training room, we did see some Selkath there. Alright. Oh, in here, East Barracks. If I recall, there are 2 assholes in here. This guy's just throwing grenades. And again, he is listed as a grenadier. Alright. 125 credits. Grenadier didn't have anything. Okay. And that's back to the other side of the base. Fence. Gravity generator. Okay. Selkath. Sir? Selkath apprentice. Oh, I think we know what's going on with the kids. Being taken by the Sith to be Sith. Those reasons. Okay, 150 credits right there. That's a bunch of dead kids. Tell Sasha, the Sith. This tortured Selkath was holding on some sort of token. Okay, well. Okay, we got 3 dead Selkath youth in here. Should be, let's see if there's any more. Intruders! Should we sound the alarm, Sasha? No, wait. We cannot always be running to the masters for help. We should handle this on our own. Perhaps this is the test the Sith have prepared for us. What are you doing here? Only masters and apprentices are allowed in here. What are Selkath doing inside the Sith embassy? The Sith are teaching us mastery of the Force. Our alliance with the Sith will bring strength to Manan and the Selkath people. Let's see here. The Sith are evil. What they told you was a lie. Republic propaganda. The Sith are victims of lies and half-truths. They are not monsters, no more than so than a Republic. The Sith have promised to guide us in the use of the Force as a sign of their good faith. And once the Republic is defeated, the Sith have promised to withdraw from Manan and respect our independence. If the Republic is defeated, the Sith will simply enslave your planet. Spare us your lies. The Sith have treated us with nothing but respect and honor. You speak as if you were a prisoner here, but we can leave whenever we wish. Our friend Gallus chose to leave, and he was returned safely to his home in Atos City. Sasha, what if they speak the truth? Remember what happened to Taris? Taris is nothing more than a Republic lie. If the Sith are such monsters, then prove it to us. Surely there must be some evidence of the horrors they commit. I found a young Selkath dying from torture here. He gave me this. This is the pin I gave Gallus when we were children. There's blood on it. You could have found this anywhere for all we know. You killed Gallus. Persuade. Sith tortured him to get at death, Sasha. You know it's true. Oh, I've never failed that fucking thing.
What, Force Persuade?
Yeah, hang on. No, the regular persuade. I used the Force persuade? Oh my god.
Oh, is this how you win an argument?
I've never failed the regular persuasion check on that.
Lol.
So wow, I've never failed the regular persuasion check. I need up my persuade. I've been neglecting that then. Like, what the fuck? I've never failed that persuasion check. Like, my rank is 16.
Apparently that just wasn't good enough.
Wow. Force persuade was good enough. Oh, hello. And that guy got cut to ribbons. I really thought I was gonna have to reload a save there for a second.
How did you get in?
Okay, time to actually start working and stop reading.
Lord Malak was most displeased when he learned you had escaped.
Oh, great. This guy's got the full
He has
spiel.
promised a great reward to whoever destroys you.
Well, let me guess. You intend to collect this reward, right?
Master, give us the honor of aiding you in destroying this enemy of the Sith.
See? What did I tell you?
As you wish, my eager apprentices. We shall remove this thorn from Malak's side once and for all.
Cool.
Cool,
Jolie, use insanity, and everybody's paralyzed. All right, Jolie, re-up that insanity. Oh, that's
Jedi
just
Master,
fucked
but
up.
not Sith Master.
Another double-bladed lightsaber and a dark Jedi Master robe. Honestly, that was pathetic. Guy goes over here, he hypes himself up, and then just
It's folded like fucking paper.
like a paper airplane data pad. Oh yeah, I could have used this data pad as evidence, alternative evidence. I forgot about that. This data pad contains detailed. No, not that one. These appear to be personal notes of the Dark Jedi Master in charge of the Sith base on Manan. It seems that the Sith have been trying to turn impressionable young Selkath over to the dark side. After reading the lengthy progress reports on this topic, it seems that the final plan was to use these young Selkath to overthrow the current government and install a puppet government that the Sith would dominate. Alright, so that is some hefty evidence, which will surely satisfy that guy who asked us to investigate on what was going on with the Selkath youth. Okay, so I mentioned earlier that as soon as you have the Republic data module, you can go ahead and leave the Sith base. And that is, it's set up that way so that the bonus objectives are on the far side of the base, which can be kind of hard to access if you don't have the computer skill or the know-how to get past the pump puzzle, which isn't much of a real puzzle, but you know, you can just, if you don't manage to do it, you can still get the primary objective done. In which case, you'll see what's going to happen in the moment we step outside the base. So here it goes.
You there, human. You're placed under arrest by the Alto City Council of Civil Authority.
Why?
Though the Sith Embassy here is considered sovereign territory of the Sith Empire, we have been monitoring an alarming number of weapon discharges and detonations from within the base. Inquiries to the staff of the embassy yielded no response. It would seem that the contact has been cut. Our cameras recorded you entering the base shortly before contact was lost, and fighting apparently began. It is the conclusion of the Alto City Council, Civil Authority, that you are responsible for the disturbance here, and you are hereby placed under arrest. You will come to us to await your trial. As material witnesses, the individuals who accompany you will be detained at your vessel, and the vessel itself prohibited from leaving Manan. We will leave now. Do not attempt to resist, or we shall resort to overwhelming force.
Okay, so you are arrested regardless of what happens. Because no matter what, you'll have to kill people in that base.
Greetings, human. I am called Boalas, and I have been selected as your arbiter for the duration of your trial.
Okay, so you will have a trial after coming out of the Sith base due to the people you killed inside the Sith base. Now, if you only do the primary objectives, this trial can be pretty difficult if you don't already know the ways to persuade the council. More or less, you're in trial for killing all those people, and if you let this guy be your arbiter, it will result in a failure. There is no version of this guy arguing in your favor in which you will be acquitted, and so he will lead to a game over. Do not let him be your arbiter. You can go into the trial and interrupt him, and then say, I don't want him to be my arbiter anymore. Or you could say from the get-go that you don't want an arbiter. Just go ahead and say that you don't want an arbiter. It's easier from the beginning. You can argue certain things. You basically have to convince the council that despite the fact that you went to the Sith base, you're innocent because the Sith had treachery and tricked you into going there. And it's a lot of bullshit, but if you manage to feed them that bullshit well enough, they will let you off. That's if you've only gone and got the module. If you go into the second half of the base and defeat the Dark Jedi Master and get his datapad, you can simply show them the datapad that shows that the Sith were planning to overthrow the Manan government, and they will completely drop the trial and toss it out and be like, okay, this is completely more important. We don't care what the fuck you were doing there now.
It's like, you know what, you can go. We have bigger things to worry about.
Yeah. So, yeah. What have I been charged with?
You have been charged with entering and initiating violence within the Sith Embassy, murdering members of the Ambassadorial Commission of the Sith Empire, and disregarding our own laws regarding violence in Ahto City.
What can I do?
I would first like to ask you a few questions regarding the events that led up to your arrest. I've already been giving all relevant data on you and your companions, so that can be disregarded. For what reason did you enter the Sith Embassy?
I had authorization to enter.
Indeed. I find that unlikely, Off-Worlder, but perhaps the judges will be more sympathetic to your view. What is your prior association to the Sith?
I have no prior association.
Indeed, since you have a pass card to their base, I can only assume you believe taking this would lessen your sentence. Very well. That should be all the information I require of you. For now, if you wish, we can begin the trial whenever you're ready.
I think I'd rather represent myself.
While that is your right, I strongly recommend against it. I am versed in all the necessary particulars of the case and Selkath law, Off-Worlder. You would do well to heed my advice.
No, I'll represent myself.
You Off-Worlders are not known for your mental prowess. I shall leave your demise up to you.
Full of himself, isn't he?
While you're standing
Indeed.
among the Off-Worlders on Manan may bring you some leniency from them, being a successful soup rider brings you no credit here, human. You stand accused of the grievous murder of many Sith and extensive property damage to the embassy here. How do you plead?
Not guilty.
Let the record show that this trial has commenced. Presiding are the judges Selka, Josa, Naleshakan, Hota, and Dula. This trial is to determine the culpability and punishment of this individual in the recent assault of the Sith Embassy. Given the severity of this trial, we can dispense with the normal formalities of the court and proceed directly. You have pleaded not guilty, yet there is reports of weapons fire and detonations from within the Sith Embassy. You were seen entering and leaving the embassy. The Sith have not conferred with the authorities about this matter, but from all available evidence, it would seem that you are the source of the disturbance. What is your explanation for being in the Sith Embassy?
I was investigating the disappearances of young Selkath.
You believe that the Sith had something to do with these disappearances? The Off-Worlder has been listening to Shayless and his rumor-mongering. Most likely. Do you have any proof to back up your assumption, human? Have the Sith been implicated?
I have this datapad as proof that the Sith are up to no good.
Let it be noted that the court has taken this new evidence into consideration. This is disturbing. The court will adjourn for a brief period to verify this evidence and discuss its importance. We have verified that this is indeed a Sith datapad indicating their complicity in the plot to overthrow the lawful government of Manan. In gratitude for having discovered this heinous offense, all charges against you regarding this incident will be dropped. Pending a suitable penalty against the Sith, The embassy is considered off limits to all Otto City security personnel. No calls or incidents from their base will be attended to until this matter is dealt with, as they are no longer subject to the protections of Selkath law. You have been found innocent, and you may leave as you desire. This trial is now over.
So not only is the trial over, I've also been told that, fuck it, whatever happens in that base happens. I can now go back to that base and kill as many people as I want without any impunity, like without any penalties from now on.
Kill them with impunity.
Yeah.
I would be right back.
Okay. In the meantime, let's resume our investigation into the Sunry matter.
I hear you've been appointed as arbiter in Sunry's trial. My husband is innocent. Please don't let him go to jail for a crime he didn't commit.
Can you tell me anything about Sunry?
Sunry is... he's a cripple. There's no way he could have overpowered the Sith woman like they claim.
That's true. I'd forgotten about that. Let's not forget that he would have to have been considerably older than the Sith woman.
Are you saying someone your age couldn't overpower a woman, Jolie?
I'm a Jedi, and one who is living alone in the Shadowlands until recently. That keeps you in shape, damn it. We're talking about Sunry here.
And there's no way he would do something so dishonorable as hit her from behind. Sunry's a decorated war hero. He's a hero of the Republic.
Your husband may not be so innocent, Alora.
This is all a plot to discredit the Republic. Sunry is a victim of a Sith frame-up.
It's possible. I haven't seen Sunry since I crashed on Kashyyyk. A man can change a lot in that time. The man I knew could never have done this crime, however.
Find the real evidence. That's all I ask. The real evidence will prove Sunry didn't do this.
Well, we have that pretty damning recording from the Republic base. But let's go check out the actual hotel where Sunry was staying and see what evidence we can find there. After all, recordings can be faked. Or at least manipulated. Okay, so where am I? Right, this way. Okay, East Central and yeah. So right across from the Republic Embassy is you have the hotel that Sunry was staying in. So you can go ahead and do your investigation here. Ignis.
You're the one defending Sunry now, huh? Well, the hotel's open for you. And I guess I gotta answer any questions you want too.
Tell me what you saw the night of the murder.
The Sith woman, Alasa, rented a room in the hotel. An hour or two later, Sunry comes in and goes to her room. A couple hours later, I hear a blaster shot and see Sunry running. He can't run good because he's a cripple, but he still was going pretty fast. I would swear he started after the shot, though.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm pretty damn sure he left after the shot went off.
Could it have gone off after he left?
No, I don't think so. I mean, it's possible, just barely. But I wouldn't say that to the court.
Okay. I'll ask you something
What do you want to
else. What do you know about Sunry and Alasa?
Alasa used to rent rooms here every week or so. Then Sunry would come by a couple hours later and stay all night. It doesn't take a genius to figure out what was going on.
Who are the witnesses in the hotel?
There were only 2 other people in the hotel when it happened. One was a Rhodian named Glupor. Seems like a really dirty, shifty type. Normally I don't let his kind in here. I'm a reputable businessman, you know. But there weren't many people here, so I decided to take a chance. The other is a regular named Firith Me. He's a Pazak player. Probably an addict, but he claims he's big in some circles. Don't know anything about him other than that. Anything else you want to know?
No other questions for now.
Okay. If you need anything else, I'm gonna be right here.
Right, so Sunray and Alasa would come here a few evenings a week and share a room. Okay, let's talk to Firth.
You with the Selkath? You here to see me about the murder too? I told the damn fish everything I knew. What more do you all want from me?
What do you know about Sunray and Alasa?
Sunray, I only heard of once or twice in passing. Some sort of old-time war hero against the Sith. Seen him around the hotel too. Going to Alasa's room always, of course. Kept building up half the night with her damn antics usually.
In atypical fashion, I've run out of both coffee and creamer at the same time.
Oh dear. You mean Sunray was having a relationship with Alasa?
I'm not saying anything like that. What they did in that room in private is their business. And there isn't any rule against Sith and Republic seeing each other for personal reasons. Although if you think her Sith Master didn't know, you must be fooling yourself.
Sith Master?
Well, Alasa was a Sith, so of course she'd have to have someone above her. Yeah, I didn't see anything.
What did you see?
Well, one time, I saw Alasa coming in wearing this big cloak. I was on my way to my room, and she normally wears stuff like that, so I didn't pay her too much attention. But this time, I accidentally brushed up against her. Accidentally, of course. And her cloak fell open. Now, I don't have any qualms about the Sith. I leave them alone, and they leave me alone. And seeing as how Alasa had a Sith lightsaber under her cloak, I'm not going to poke that hornet's nest.
So she was a Dark Jedi.
Seems so. But I'm not getting myself in any further with the Sith. I know how ruthless they are. Now that's all I'm going to tell you. I'll testify to the court, but you aren't going to get anything else out of me.
Okay. So Alasa was a Dark Jedi. Sunray is a war hero from the war with Exar Kun, an older Sith Lord. That happened a few years ago. He was seen leaving the scene after a blaster shot, and they were sure it was him because he was moving like as a cripple. However, we also found the recording in the Republic base, which seemed pretty damning. But let's see what else we've got. You here with Selkath? You've got questions for Glupor? Glupor already say everything he knows. Questions about the murder of Alasa? Glupor tell everything to Selkath, you know? You not know? Glupor have no reason not to say. Glupor tell everything. Everything about the murder. Everything about Sith Lady's room. Why were you at the hotel? Staying at the hotel, not very rich. Hotel much too rich for Glupor to live at, but Glupor saved for weeks and have enough to stay here for a few days, using Glupor's chance to live better for a while. What did you see? Not murder, no. Glupor see Republic guy, cripple, Sunray his name, Glupor thinks. Glupor see Sunray running away from scene of crime. Glupor see nothing else at all, especially not that Sith lady's room. What about her room? Just curious to see what had happened. Glupor had no reason to go into the room. No one paid Glupor to do it. Glupor, did someone pay you to do something in that room? How you know someone paid Glupor? Sith man came up to Glupor after murder, before Selkath arrived. He say he give Glupor good money if Glupor put metal in the Sith hand. Glupor good, plant evidence, leave no trace. But Glupor not recognize Sith man anyway. Glupor not recognize humans very well. No used to Selkath, so not to bother to tell them. Well, that Sith man, he may kill Glupor if Glupor speaks. Glupor think he can't talk to you anymore now. Feels he needs to lie down. Okay, so he was paid to plant evidence.
Mm-hmm.
So if you have a damning recording, you don't need to plant evidence. You know?
Mm-hmm.
So that's a question. Let's go ahead. I'm gonna go ahead and up my toughness to maximum. As for powers, let's see here. Let's upgrade that fear power. Alright, so Sunray and Alasa were having an affair. Sunry was seen fleeing the scene after the
Jedi.
shot was fired. Oh,
I
hang
hear
on.
you are investigating the Sunry murder trial, are you not? This case is not at all what it appears to be. Many currents, might I say, flow beneath the surface.
What do you mean?
This murder is much more complicated than it may first appear. The Sunry and Elassa are proxies for their governments, and both sides want the other to fail. You can see the journey by the footprints. You understand, yes?
I think so.
Dear. I'm saying they both had something to do with it. They've both kept their hands in this from the start. If you want to get to the bottom of this murder, you might seek information from both the Sith and the Republic, likely in their embassies.
And why should I believe you?
Because you have no one else to trust. Not Sunry, not the witnesses, and certainly not the judges. And if you take my advice, what have you to lose? Heed my advice, Jedi, and you may yet find the truths in this murder.
Okay, so he says there's probably some evidence at the Sith base along with evidence at the Republic base. So the Republic base, we found a recording. I don't recall running into any evidence at the Sith base, but let's give it a once over before we do anything else. So Otto East. All right, Jolie, come on. Where the fuck is he at?
I'm here.
Jesus Christ. And now Jahani's ran off. Oh my god.
Well,
This whole thing of not letting you move on without your whole party is annoying. Okay. So here we are back in the base. Looking for evidence. So let's come this way. So we've already cleared this place out, so we don't have to worry about being interrupted by anything. Battle stimulant. Nothing in that locker. That was loud.
it was.
Okay, let's see here. Just cameras. The area schematics.
There's almost never such a thing as opening a can of soda quietly.
We're gonna deactivate those steam vents. Return to system override menu. Okay. So we're logging out of that. Let me see here. Items. Let's see. Quest items. Data module. Path folder. Yeah. License. Murder recording. Pass card. Soft deck. Okay, so nothing I have seems to suggest that I've picked up evidence from here, other than the the Republic recording of the murder. So I'm gonna give it one more once over. If we don't see anything, we're just gonna go ahead and head out. And I will question people at the Republic base if they know anything about the murder. Okay, dead Salkath. Where Sasha and her friends were at. Okay, it was just that. Alright, I don't see anything else. We're gonna go ahead and leave here and head over to the Republic base. And see if they will give us a ride down to that star map, because they said that they had some information on it. Back in here. You okay?
Yeah, that was a hiccup.
Okay. Yeah, nothing. Okay. Yeah, I'm done here. I'm just gonna go to Republic base. Oh, fuck is Jolie?
What?
There they are. In the meantime, seeing as how that's mostly been handled now, and I'll turn in the results of my investigation once I've also to the guy once I've also got information on what the Republic is doing with all those mercenaries. Also, I think I will change up my party to include Bastila now. Yeah. Let's go ahead and do that. Powers. Give her that. Alright. That's for her kit. Jedi. Okay, I think she can have Jedi Master robes now. Excuse me. Dark Jedi Master robes, since they don't have the regular ones. Alright. Oh, they slay your teammates and join the dark side. I mean, that's an option.
May I have a moment? There's something I wish to speak
I
to you
personally am
about.
not a
Yep, I
huge fan
figured
of
it
that.
was only a matter of time until we had the whole come back to the order discussion. Well, I guess there's no avoiding it now, so let's get it over with.
I know you have issues with the Order, but you are a Jedi, Jolie. You command the Force. Without the guidance of the Council, how can you avoid falling to the dark side?
Well, I've managed to avoid it the last 20 years or so. Besides, light side, dark side, they don't mean the same to me as they do to you. I don't see in absolutes.
Let me see here. So you don't have a problem with Malik and the Sith?
I want to stop Malik as much as anyone, but I don't have to join the Order to do it. Look at Karth or Canderous. They're with us in this quest, but they aren't Jedi. The capacity for good or evil, like the Force itself, is in all living creatures. And belonging to the Jedi Order, or the Sith, or any group, won't change what you are at your core.
I see you were quite adamant. No doubt you've had ample time to think on this during your long seclusion. I guess it was foolish of me to think I could sway your position so easily.
Yeah, I'm old and stubborn. But I appreciate the effort. But from now on, you can just think of me as any other non-Jedi in our little group. With a lightsaber. And Force powers.
Well, as for the decision between the light and the dark, that's a decision that's not going to happen for a few sessions now. That's much further down. I'm only on Manon. I'm only on my 3rd planet and star map.
Have you
let's
managed to
talk to
retrieve
Roland
the data from our droid in the Sith base?
Yeah, here it is.
Excellent. It does not appear to have been tampered with, so the Sith did not manage to copy its contents yet. And now for your information. We are not supposed to speak of this, but since you are a Jedi and we have exhausted all the other options, I think I can entrust you with this. As you know, the Republic is fighting for its very existence against the evil of the Sith Empire. As you also undoubtedly know, we're doing very poorly. We need much in the way of supplies and material to stem the tide of battle and bring us victory. Manon is the sole source of Kolto, the most powerful medical substance in the galaxy. Frankly, we need as much of it as we can get.
What has the Republic done?
The Selkath conservatives, with their neutrality treaties, seek to treat the Sith and the Republic equally. This includes Kolto exports, but a few more far-sighted Selkath see that if the Sith are ever allowed to win, the galaxy will be plunged into darkness, and there would be nothing to stop them from taking Manon anyway. So we made a deal.
You violated the treaty?
Shh, not so loud. Yes, it is a technical violation of the treaty, but it is sanctioned by elements of the Selkath government. We need only to keep it hidden from the Sith. We recently began construction of a secret underground facility to harvest Kolto directly at its source. We also hope to one day be able to synthesize it effectively. Current techniques are insufficient for the task, so we must mine it for now. The amount we take would hardly be noticed, since most is lost naturally before it reaches the surface anyway. We were nearing completion of the base when the digging teams reported some sort of obstruction. An ancient building or artifact, possibly your star map. Transmissions from the base were cut off abruptly after that, and we haven't heard from the station since.
Why have you not investigated? What happened down there?
We don't know. We just don't know. As you may have noticed, we're hiring a lot of mercenaries around here. Ostensibly, they're to be shipped off-world to aid in our fight against the Sith, but they're really for another purpose. When we lost contact with the station in the Rackard Rift, we sent our contingent of Republic soldiers down to investigate. None returned. We've tried hiring mercenaries and sending them down as well, but none of those expeditions have returned either. The reason we really sent that droid underwater, and the reason we needed its data back so badly, was to find out what happened to the Rackard Rift station. But now that we have the data back, our operation is in no danger of exposure to the Sith. And now I must live up to my end of the bargain.
And how will I get down there?
I took the liberty of having a submarine prepared for your departure. Merely use this card to get past the door behind our Kolto packing room and enter the sub therein. It has been programmed to take you down to the station, and also to take you back up should you need something. I would send soldiers to assist you, but we've lost many of ours, and nearly exhausted the mercenary population of this planet. The soldiers we have are barely enough to keep this base secure. The Sith have also noted our interest, and begun to bribe mercenaries away from us. Please, find out what happened to the facility. There may be some survivors left down there. Perhaps even the head scientist, Kono Nolan. Good luck in your efforts.
Okay.
Everybody is dead.
So the Republic's just casually violating treaties.
Do I understand why they did it? Yes. Do I support them?
That's a little bit of a harder question.
given the just the outright cartoonish amounts of evilness that is the Sith, I don't
I
hold
totally
it
blame
against them.
Yeah. I get why they did it and all that. I don't condone it, but I understand why.
I don't condone the notion of breaking treaties.
Mm-hmm. Because when you regularly break treaties, suddenly that means that only the things that are convenient. Oh, man, had a visual glitch there. And, you know, a government's word really needs to mean something. Because the moment it stops meaning anything, your government stops meaning anything.
Anyway, we're here for Space Wars, not real wars.
Still a very political series. Alright. Antidote kit. Let's see here. That sets the tone. We got some dead bodies here. 3 dead bodies in the submersible station before we've even really entered the base. Alright, let's open the door.
They're not dead. They're just taking naps.
Did they send another submersible? Quick, we have to get out of here. We have to get away.
What happened?
No! No, we have no time. We have to leave now. I managed to close the door after they killed everyone else, but I don't know how long it will hold.
What happened here?
The cell cath, they went crazy. They started killing anything that moved. Someone must have triggered the defense systems too, because all the droids activated as well. I was one of the mercs the Republic sent down here to find out what happened. We came down and secured the first couple of rooms. There were bodies everywhere, and the cell cath came out, screaming and croaking their fishy little war cries.
The cell cath?
They swarmed out and over us. There was no way we could stop them. So we ran. But hardly any of us made it. I locked the door behind us, but the others had already left in the submersible. The sharks. The Ferox are out there, and worse. I heard an explosion shortly after the submersible left. They didn't make it. Just food for the sharks and the Selkath. Like us.
Let's get you back to the surface.
Back to the surface, yes. No! There's something out there. It got the other submersible already. We can't leave until you do something. Blow up the entire station, maybe. That might distract whatever it is long enough for us to escape to the surface. But all the machinery and stuff is in the southern half, and that's been flooded. There might still be environmental suits around, but the Selkath might have laid their eggs in them.
Okay, you wait here while I go into the station.
I locked the door so the Selkath won't get in. If you open it, we're all done for.
I have no choice.
If you go in there, you're dead. You're all dead. If you want to die, then go. You won't hear me mourning for you. I'll stay here and be safe until some sort of real rescue comes.
All right, buddy. You already said you don't want to go back up, at least not now. You said I needed to take care of a thing, and whatever. He's so scared he's contradicting himself. Okay.
He realizes what needs it. It's like, okay, this needs to
135
happen.
minutes.
However, to do this thing, you have to risk death.
Okay.
Not just a little bit of death.
Detonator.
Big death.
Big death. Mild to severe
Mega
death,
death.
may occur. Give you central storage room. Okay. West storage room. That's a cell cath. East hallway B. South hallway. Security room. Environmental suit containment. Okay. Well, here's what we're gonna do. Central storage. Gas 'em. West storage. Gas him. And the rest I can handle. Okay. Droids. Kind of a non-issue, really, when you have the destroy droid power. They're hilariously not a non-issue. Oh, I thought... Okay, apparently didn't gas this room. What's that noise? That was a weird beep.
It was.
Or cell path. Okay. 3 computer part. Oh, excuse me. 3 repair parts. Jedi Master Robe. Iron Grenade. Okay, let's keep looking around. More droids. And they lasted all 2 seconds. Poison grenade, concussion grenade, frag grenade. This is one of the rooms I gassed. Lots of grenades down here. Probably from all the mercenaries they sent down. Scientist memo, med pack, sonic emitter. Let's take a look at that memo. Okay, in response to those fraction sharks outside, I managed to whip up a little something in one of the workrooms. There's a sonic emitter which should scare them off. The sound seems to work a lot better underwater than through the air, and if you fix it on the outside of an envirosuit, just push the button, and every time they get near, you'll have no problems. So I was just wondering, when am I going to get that raise? Cal Jordan. Okay. So if I get an envirosuit, that'll protect me from the sharks. Droid. And that droid is completely handled. Okay,
That was
let's keep
rude.
going around. What? Just stun locking it like that?
Yeah.
On it. Done.
Okay, computer spike. And there's an envirosuit.
On it. Done.
3 parts.
On it. Done.
General electricity. Alacrity.
Is somebody out there? Fishy, fishy, fishy. Come and eat me too. You can't get me, little fishy. Nothing here. I'm safe behind my walls.
Hey, I've been sent by the Republic to investigate what's happened here.
Investigate? You're just like the others. Fodder for the Selkath. Walk and fish snacks. Trump, trump, trump. If you can run, you might be fast food. When the Selkath went insane and started killing everybody, I locked myself in here. I'm safe in here. Nothing can hurt me in here. No fishy food for me.
What made the Selkath insane?
Don't know. Go ask them. When the demon screamed, it shook every mind in the station. We fell to the ground but survived. Fishy fishies, though, they just got hungry.
Come out, we'll protect you from the Selkath.
No, that's what Only the ones left in the south part of the base might still be alive, or where the Kolto is. Few fishies there, but many, many, many fishies in between the water. No.
Can't even
only
force
the ones
persuade him
left.
out. Okay, then.
Bye-bye.
I'll leave him
Damn.
there. Okay, let's see our schematic so far. There are a couple of avenues that I've kind of neglected. I'll go check them. We've also got a couple airlocks, it looks like. So let's open this door. Okay. Another scientist memo, another sonic emitter. They make it real hard for you to miss a sonic emitter. They give you like a bunch. You can just tear through these things.
On it. Done.
Okay, another. Seems to be just another storage room. 200 credits. And hyperbound stimulant. Let's keep looking around here. It's another airlock.
Damn.
Yeah. Okay. Let's open this door. Or Selkath.
Let's make this quick.
So we do have insane Selkath here. We'll have to take him out.
There.
Okay. Anything of worth?
Hearing a bunch of spinning lightsabers is funny.
Yeah. Lightsabers are like one of the best ideas. That it's honestly one of the best ideas Hollywood came up with.
Someone succeeded in making a prototype version.
Really?
Though not powered by a crystal.
Well, I don't think you'd be able to actually find one that you could power by through a crystal.
Yeah. But yes, it's actually pretty cool. I'll look up the video and send it to the group chat.
Okay, so I'm gonna take one of the airlocks and see about heading to the south end of the station, where they say all the machinery and whatnot for the Kolto collector is. Get to the bottom of what exactly happened here. Credits. Okay, activating airlock control, engaging airlock seals, success. Warning, hostile environment conditions. Environmental suit revised. You have only one environmental suit available. If you proceed through the airlock, all party members will be left behind and you'll... Okay, so here on it's a solo thing. It's not too hard. As long as you got the sonic amplifier, you can get past all the sharks. As long as you're paying attention. As well. Okay, so let's see here. Unfortunately, you move annoyingly slow in these things. Okay, so there's a guy over there. Head back to him in a minute. Welded door. Door's been welded shut. Okay.
Time to blow it open.
Underwater, yes, of course.
There are plenty of explosives that work underwater.
Yes, but I'm sure I've got plenty of those in here.
You have plasma grenades.
Oh, pshaw. Okay, average frag mine. It doesn't seem like I can loot these crates.
That's compared to below average frag mine.
Minor frag mine. It was minor, minor, average, and deadly, I believe.
Oh, like any other frag mine isn't deadly. Shut the fuck up. That's so dumb. I hate that.
It
Deadly
uses
frag-
fragmentation detonations. How would it, like, is there a non-lethal version of that? Like, at all? Because I don't think there is.
I think the fragmentation is foam.
I don't know. Foam heading at
And-
high speeds can do some damage.
Well, okay. Excuse me. Only if the substance being fragmented is something like foam or whatever that loses its velocity very quickly.
Who's there? You're not Cellcath, I can see that much. Are you another rescue crew?
Republic sent us down to investigate. What's going on down here?
Isn't it obvious? The Cellcath have gone insane! They're killing everything that moves! All my companions are dead. The Cellcath swarmed over us. There were dozens of them. And they looked wrong, somehow. Like something had changed inside them. Insane or something. Oh, I'd have gone back to the surface long ago if this complex hadn't been overrun by all those crazy Cellcaths. There's no way for me to get to the submarine docking bay.
What are you doing in the underwater section of the facility?
I discovered a way to get to the bay and seal off the rest of the base. I just have to find the Kolto harvester they built on the edge of the Hrackert Rift. It's got an emergency override to open the doors to the submarine docking bay. And I could get in from the outside. I figured my only chance was to slap on an environment suit, head out onto the ocean floor, and check that harvester out for myself. Besides, it's gotta be safer out on the ocean floor than back in there with all those crazed Cellcath mutants running around looking for dinner.
Okay, I'll come with you.
I'm not spending another minute in this facility. Not with those psychotic fish people all over the place. I'm heading out to the ocean floor right now. It leads to another complex of buildings. Going through them is the only way to reach the Kolto harvester. We should probably stick together, but I won't wait around in here with the Cellcath.
Shark
Catch
bait.
up with me if you want. Down the hall and through the doors on the right. I'll be waiting on the ocean floor where it's safe.
I'll be right back. I'm gonna use the restroom.
That man is probably going to die. Excuse me.
Okay, I'm back. So he says he's going out onto the ocean
Congratulations.
floor.
Congratulations, you survived your excursion to the bathroom. Unlike this man surviving his excursion to the ocean floor.
Well, I mean, if he's got a
Shark
sonic
bait,
emitter,
shark
he might
bait,
be
shark
okay.
bait. You really think that he is important enough to have that level of plot convenience?
I mean, I've got a sonic emitter.
You're the main character.
Mm-hmm. I mean, that man doesn't know that.
His opinion doesn't matter.
Okay, nothing in that room.
Did
Just
you even get
saying.
a name for him? Is he just some fucking NPC 35?
I mean, look, I've got a sonic emitter. In fact, I've got 2 of them. Maybe I'll be able to protect him.
And I'm still waiting you to show up, and he is a corpse that is halfway inside another shark's mouth.
The survivor.
Come on, hurry up. Don't just stand there, we have to keep moving. The water is filled with cow!
He'll be alright. He'll be fine.
It's cute that you believe that.
Alright, so let's see where we're going. Okay, so that looks like it's a dead end. So let's go this way. Got a few sharks in my path, so I'll have to keep this emitter handy. You know, it says all it does is scare them away, but if they go belly up and I get XP, I feel like that's not scaring them, that's killing them.
You can get XP from something without murdering it.
Okay, but it goes belly up, Dylan, and stops moving.
Taking a bat nap, hanging upside down.
Why would fish need to take a nap hanging upside down?
I don't know. They're weird space fish. I don't know their environmental and behavioral habits.
Oh, apparently I killed that one. Nerve belt. Oh, okay, got another nerve amplifier belt, so that is enough for all my Jedi party members to have it. That should stop them from being taken out by nerve-affecting attacks. Excuse me, mind-affecting attacks.
I'm guessing you have the option to actually fight these things instead of just
With fucking
using this.
what? I literally cannot have weapons out here.
Oh. That's right, they have the stupid design of their lightsabers not being able to function underwater.
No, it's not even that,
Doesn't make any
Dylan.
fucking sense.
If I stick you in a fucking, like, Pillsbury Doughboy suit and then throw you into a pool and then say, now swing, motherfucker. How do you think you're gonna perform?
Fair enough. It's the same reason why early astronauts with those stupid fucking suits on couldn't, like, had shit mobility.
Well, I mean, early astronauts didn't do EVA. They were just in pressure suits within their capsules.
Well, for the moon landing.
Oh, for the moon landing? That's kind of, like, more or less, that's still the standard of the suit. vacuum suits and whatnot, paired with like radiation protection, all kinds of shit you gotta put in there. It's a vacuum suit, it's a hazmat suit, it's a heat suit, it's it's like 6 different suits at once, plus your oxygen tank.
Get good, just become radiation and heat resistant or immune.
Also, you know what they say about moon rocks? It's pure poison.
I did not know that. Although it makes sense, given I don't know why you would ingest them, though.
You don't even have to ingest them, you just need to be exposed to them for too long.
Oh, so they just emit poisonous vapors. Got it.
It's not even poisonous vapors, it's just that they're very caustic and moon dust is very bad for your lungs. Hello, sir
So, like,
and ma'am.
super asbestos.
No,
Yes, like
no,
super asbestos.
you can't come in here. You'll let the Firaxis and the Cellcath in. No,
If I want to put it weirdly.
Stay out. I won't let you open the door for those monsters to get in. I'll stop you. I'll suck all the pressure out of the chamber. That'll stop you.
Kill them! Kill them now!
So these two are freaking the fuck out. Access airlock control. Deactivate depressurization sequence. Stabilize an airlock chamber. Success. Alright, so what you can do is you can either use the computer, try to convince the people to stop the thing themselves, or you can destroy the force field, which will cancel the depressurization
The
sequence.
Firaxa will get us. No, the Cellcath are coming.
What the hell is that performance?
No! Ah!
Stop screaming!
No!
You, Sammy, calm down. I don't think they're here to kill us.
Kono, are they?
Yes, I think they're here to help us. I'm sorry for what I did. I don't know what.
I'm kind of wanting to kill you.
I just panicked when I heard someone outside the door. Please forgive me. I'm just.
Kono's the head
scared.
scientist.
We're both just scared.
When the Cellcath went crazy, I thought everyone else except me and Sammy went mad. We had a few people outside the station when it happened.
The Frax and Sharks just tore them apart. It was like they were frenzied.
The next thing we knew, our Cellcath researchers started screaming and clawing at everything around them. My team was torn apart and eaten before my eyes. Sammy and me, I thought we were the only ones left. We heard the Cellcath outside the doors every once in a while, and strange noises echoing through the base.
We thought everyone was dead or insane. I must have been hysterical. I don't know what I can say. I truly apologize for the horrible mistake I was making.
I'm Kono Nolan, and this is Sammy. We were scientists working here on the Harakard Rift project.
You have a lot to answer for. What was the Republic doing
We had
here?
a secret agreement with the moderates in the Cellcath government. They knew that Manan could not survive independently if the Sith were victorious.
Those thugs would wipe out the whole damn planet just to get at the Kolto.
So the Republic approached them about making this secret installation to harvest more Kolto, where the Sith couldn't see us. But all that went horribly, horribly wrong.
What happened?
We don't know. Not for sure.
The work teams were outside in the rift, near the vent. Then there was this rumbling and my head felt like it was splitting open.
This monster rose up from the rift.
It was a Firaxa shark, I think. Bigger than anything I'd ever seen before. Bigger than our submersibles.
It was like it was screaming inside my head.
Then all the Cellcaths started screaming too. And they turned on us.
What did the shark have to do with that?
Well, maybe it was protecting the ruins by the rift.
It could have been. It might have a lair in the Harakard Rift near the Kolto vent. That might explain a few things too.
Like what?
Like why it reacted so violently when our construction efforts got closer to the vent. And also, why it's so large. It must be feeding off the Kolto. Would have to be ancient indeed for it to reach that size. But with Kolto as a food source...
And all those other Phyraxan sharks? Those might be its offspring.
Which would be why they all swarmed when it called out to them. Children coming to protect their mother.
Where's this Phyraxan monster now?
I don't know. It must still be out there.
Out there, waiting for us.
So what can I do about it?
The Phyraxan sharks have always been a serious problem. We had some blasters and projectile cannons to defend against them, but they still got some of our workers from time to time.
We were working on a soluble chemical compound that would drive them away. Something that smelled or tasted repulsive to them, but we never got it working right.
Oh, I think not. Even flawed like it is, it should be ideal for this situation.
No, it's not working right. You don't know what it'll do.
What are you talking about? What does this compound do?
The repellent we made was supposed to drive Phyraxan sharks away, but we never got very far in its development. The one we tested instead was violently toxic to them, rupturing their outer skin in seconds and preventing them from drawing oxygen from the water by clogging their intakes.
Which is exactly what we need in this situation. Something to kill that monster shark that destroyed our station.
But we don't know how else the chemical reacts. We only tried it in a controlled environment. In the open ocean, who knows what it could do? It could even affect the Kolto.
We know exactly what it'll do. It'll kill the shark. That's what we designed it to do.
What else could I do?
You don't need to do anything else. We have a canister of the toxin here right now. We were working on it before the giant Phyraxan drove all the Selkath insane. All you need to do is insert it into the main Kolto harvester and have it vented. Get away as soon as you can. We don't know how much worse it'll affect the giant Phyraxan shark.
What other choice do I have, though?
Well, the monster seems to have been driven out by the machinery we installed at the edge of the rift. We've seen it out there on the cameras, bashing itself against the machines. I think if you could destroy the machinery we installed, the shark would calm down and retreat back into its lair inside the rift.
How would I do that?
You can reprogram the harvesting machines to overpressure their self-oxidizing fuel, so that the fuel tank canisters will rupture and the entire machine will destroy itself. The hydrolium gas we use is a gas at 1 to 3 million sangin, a liquid at about 4 million sangin, and a solid above that. When it's a liquid, it's very explosive. If you inject enough of the hydrolium gas into the tank, the pressure will be so great that it'll turn to liquid form and start a chain reaction inside the machine.
But we'll lose everything we've built here. All those years of work.
It's better than whatever your chemical will do to the water.
I will try to destroy the harvesting machine.
Good. Destroying the machinery will be better in the long run. We can't risk damaging the environment or the Kolto. You'll have to break into the computer on the harvesting machine and fiddle with the fuel injectors to get the tank pressure up to the point where the hydrolium will liquidize. Once the machinery is gone, the shark should leave.
That won't work and you know it. We have to vent the toxin from the harvesting machine. Once the shark is dead, we can get back to mining the Kolto. You know what you have to do.
I just hope you make the right choice.
So if I, feed the toxin into the harvester, it'll actually poison the Kolto supply of all Kolto that bubbles up to the surface, which the Selkath will notice quite quickly.
Quickly?
Yeah, it'll poison the environment. It'll kill the Phyraxan shark, which is an ancient sort of being that's been on Manon for quite some time and holds certain cultural significance to the Selkath. Doing so will, like I said, poisons the Kolto supply, robs both the Republic and the Sith from the resource, gets you banned from the planet, and has the Selkath scrambling and everything. If you blow up the harvester, then instead, the Phyraxan shark will simply leave you be. The Manon government will find out about it, but they'll eventually have an argument where they will revere, yeah, we helped the Republic build that thing. Everybody needs to chill the fuck out. But the way things are, you've basically furthered the stalemate, but also revealed a lot of corruption, and nobody really likes it. The Republic's kind of mad at you, but it's like, whatever, fuck it. The Selkath will be more lenient with you, though, because you preserved their environment and did not harm their this whole cultural thing. That's very important to them. So, yeah.
I'm guessing there's no third option.
The third option is you don't get anything done.
Fair enough.
Yeah, that's the that is the honestly the failure of, so, like I said, certain Bioware games. Is that so many things are just wholly binary.
Yeah, and which is something I'm very much not a fan of.
I mean, now
At
what
least
they do
at least not
bother
when the
to
two
do.
options I'm presented with aren't that great to begin with.
Now, granted, what you tend to be able to do in these early days, back in the early days, you know, this was a lot to begin with in the first place. It's like, you mean this game's not a totally linear path, 100% and doesn't change? Cool. Having binary choices was one choice more than you were usually given.
You know what? That's fair.
So at the
However,
time,
I'm a spoiled bitch. So,
like as a thing that we're looking back on, that's like it is a sort of like you see the trick here. Honestly, this is a game that follows the hero's journey beat for beat, and has all these things that you can go ahead and do, but like its story's pretty. It's typical Star Wars. This is a typical Star Wars story that is just told really, 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 really well in what it does, but it's not going to throw you any fastballs. Or at least it's not going to take any truly transgressive steps, I would say. It does throw you one fastball in the context of the story, but it never will throw you anything, give you anything hard or unexpected on a meta level outside of the context of the story. So we're over here at the Coltol Harvester control panel. So I'm going to blow up the Coltol Harvester so that I can still be on the planet so I can finish off the other tasks I have to do. Okay, access fuel tank pressure control. Petroleum, unstable at 4 million Sangan. Pressure would rupture a container pod. Okay. Injector pod, fuel container pod. Fill injector pod. Transfer from injector to container. Fill injector pod. Transfer from injector to container. Container to injector. Okay, what the fuck is going on? Okay, containers at 3 million. Here, fill injector. Fill container. Fill container. Transfer from injector to container. Fill injector. Transfer from.
Hey, Alex, check Discord.
Sorry. You. What did you send me?
Don't worry about it.
I don't hate it. do not hate it.
It gives me more interest in that fucking city than anything else so far.
Okay, let's see. Access fuel tank control. Okay, hydronium unstable at 4 million. Okay. Okay. Dump. Fuel container. Dump injector. Transfer from that. I'm bad at this. I gotta... Hang on. Fill container. Transfer. Injector. I guess too. Dump container. Dump injector. There we go. For some reason I was having trouble with that. Fuck. Okay, and with that, the Cultural Harvester has detonated. Moving that which was agitating the giant Fraxen. Now that the Cultural Harvesting machine has been destroyed, the Great Fraxen shows no signs of hostility. It allows you to pass. You might recognize that model as being based off of one of the big fish that was shown in episode 1 that chased the submersible with Jar Jar Binks, Obi-Wan, and Qui-Gon Jinn. I think Jar Jar Binks called it a goober fish. Okay. And that makes all but one of the star maps. Last one is on Korriban. We'll check in with the scientists and then head back to the surface. I could head directly back to this submersible bay, but we're not gonna head there just yet. We're gonna, like I said, check in with these scientists.
We saw what you did out there on the cameras. Destroying the machinery was the right thing to do for everyone. That creature, the giant Firaxan shark, the guardian of the Kolto or whatever it was, seems to have calmed down a lot. It may even be safe to go outside now, but we'll stay here and wait for the Republic rescue crews. Thank you for not making a huge mistake.
I saw what happened on the camera, and I can't believe what you did. How could you willfully destroy the Kolto harvesting machinery? That'll set us back years. I'll have you know that when we get back to the surface, I'll have the Republic do a full inquiry into your actions. Now go back to the surface and get the Republic to send a real rescue team down for us.
He is so upset. Well, at least I have the gratitude of the woman. Okay. Now we're gonna head back to the submarine base. Okay, seems I've met back up with my crew. Plasma grenade. Alright, let's save game. Because we still need to be on the lookout for Darth Malak's apprentice. Darth Bandon. Okay, let's move.
At last,
Oh, what do you know?
it's over. I was beginning to fear someone else had killed you and deprived me of the pleasure you may have defeated the pathetic bounty hunter my master sent after you. But you are no match for me. I have studied at the foot of the Dark Lord himself.
Let's see here. So, you're Malak's apprentice. Can't say I'm impressed.
Your words mean nothing to me, unless you wish to beg for your life. No? Then I shall try to make this both quick and painful.
Okay, Jolie, do me a favor. Put on nerve amplifier belt. Keep him from being affected by mind affecting statuses. Cast insanity, and all the enemies are now frozen.
Fucking useless.
Jolie, go ahead and cast that re-up on that insanity. You want to, like, you always want to keep the side peons out of it as much as possible. Okay, and
Or,
Jolie will... Huh?
on the other hand, kill them first.
Obviously, kill them faster.
And get hit if everything's too dead to hit you.
Up Jolie's toughness. Give him Force Whirlwind. Bastila. Upgrade her. I think I'll up her toughness as well. Powers. Yeah, you go ahead and give it. Alright. Man, that guy lasted 15 minutes. Okay, another double-bladed lightsaber. Oh, 3,000 credits. And a special armor. Doesn't look like we can loot his buddies, though. That's alright. That guy that was that mercenary that was freaking out before isn't here anymore. Oh well. Let's board the submersible and head back to the surface. Then we can resolve things with the Sunry trial. Because I think, well, actually, I'll have to interview Sunry a little bit. But otherwise, I think we're on the right track.
You've returned. I was beginning to fear that you too might have been lost. Did you find out what had happened down there at the facility?
Your construction woke something up.
Something was down there? Living in the rift by the Kolto?
A giant Firaxan shark drove all the Selkath insane.
It's horrible. The entire operation wasted by a disaster we could never in 1,000 years have foreseen. What has happened to the facility itself? Were there any survivors?
A few scientists have survived.
That's good to know. Good to know indeed. But what has happened to the facility? Was it damaged?
The harvesting machine was destroyed.
No, that is terrible. That will set our work back years. It may even cost us the war. While I am glad that you were able to solve our problems, the cost may have ended up being much too high. But you have done your job and helped us in our time of need. And for that, I thank you. Oh, and did you end up finding your star map?
Yes, I did.
As you can see, by helping us, you helped yourself. Perhaps we can work together again in the future.
Maybe if you don't cause another massive problem in the future. Next time, I might just let you suffer yourself.
And with that, we're going to be dragged back to the courts because Selkath heard that explosion. They would have words.
Yeah.
Stop, human. We have detected a number of underwater detonations coming from the vicinity of the Hackard Rift. You have been known to have asked questions about this, and our spy monitors in the Republic Embassy recorded you leaving in a submersible that descended to the Hackard Rift. You will come with us immediately to answer for your actions, or will be forced to take you by force.
Very well, I will come peacefully. God, I swear to God. Rested twice in only a couple hours.
But if they can do that, the whole system could silence us, not for outsiders to hear. Well, human, you find yourself in a most difficult situation. The Hackard Rift is a most precious resource on Manan, and anything that threatens it or the Kolto produces threats to our entire species. We will not tolerate threats to our neutrality, our existence, and our way of life. As much as we may admire the Republic and your order in particular, we believe it will have a hard time explaining your role in this incident inadequately. We have determined that you are responsible for the detonations that occurred near the Hackard Rift. We demand to know what occurred down there. If the Republic has broken its neutrality treaty with us, the repercussions shall be very grave indeed.
It to be done to the rift. I could try to force persuade them. Nothing happened down at Hackard Rift.
Is your shit out to succeed?
The explosions
Don't
were at the
try it.
research station both of our governments set up there.
Research station? What are you talking about? Don't try to lie to us, human.
We know of this.
What?
It will be discussed later.
This cannot be kept silent. The Council will...
The Council will hear nothing of this, and you will keep your silence or be ejected from the court.
But we cannot... Silence. What has happened at the Hackard Rift Station? What caused these explosions?
The machinery had woken up a giant Firaxan shark.
A giant fraction? That couldn't be. Impossible, that's only a legend.
But she said she killed it, didn't she? You killed this shark, human. I destroyed the machinery to save it.
The progenitor must have been. Be quiet, that is merely a myth, not fit for outsiders to hear. But if it was the Life-Bringer, the ancestor of our species, think of what this could mean. It always layered down there, then perhaps the Kolto. Enough! Off-worlders are not to hear of such things. But she said she saved it. She destroyed the harvesters to save it. Indeed. This casts your actions in a new light, human. This, I believe, will require more thought, both on your actions and on what we must do in response. This court will adjourn while we deliberate. We have reviewed your actions in this situation, human. We thank you for the destruction of the machinery and saving the giant Varaxan, which we believe is the source of our Kolto, or at least its guardian. We will not detain you any longer. While we cannot show our gratitude overtly, know that you have earned our respect. This trial is now over.
So, while the Republic is pissed off, the Selkath are like, yeah, okay, you're alright. Alright, I'm going to turn in the results of my investigations to those two other Selkath, who each offered me 500 credits apiece. I have new news for me, human. Have you discovered why the Republic is hiring mercenaries? Yes, they were sending them down to the secret base on the Harakut Rift.
Harakut Rift is as I feared. Though the Republic is fortunate, I was the one who was assigned to investigate this case. Human, allow me to be blunt with you. If I report this violation to my superiors, the Republic will be banned from Anan. But I do not wish to do this. I see the Sith for what they truly are, ruthless and evil. The Republic has always respected our independence, but if they fall, the Sith will be quick to send an invasion fleet to conquer Manan. But I cannot simply ignore what the Republic has done. The Harakut Rift is the source of Manan's Kolto, and I fear the science station may damage the production of the delicate resource.
You think the Republic is trying to steal the Kolto, perhaps? An odd thing for the Republic to do, no?
We must tell the Republic to stop this madness at once. Make them shut down the facility and recall their people before we do something we all regret. They couldn't. They had lost contact with the science facility. Of course, I should realize. Doubtless they were hiring the mercenaries to investigate the situation. But I fear the mercenaries alone may not have been enough to save their station. There are ancient mysteries within the Harakut Rift that even we Selkath do not comprehend. I fear this Republic has awakened something that was best left undisturbed. They awoke a creature which fed on the Kolto. Creature feeding on the Kolto. There are many mysteries of the Rift that have been never known, and that would be one of them. The Republic building disturbed it, no doubt. What has happened to this creature? The creature is alive. This is a most unexpected development, but one that will warrant investigation at a later time. Perhaps the Republic and we Selkath may eventually solve. I will keep our conversation secret so that the vile Sith will not gain from the Republic's foolishness. I only hope my silence does not lead to disaster for Manan. Here is the payment I promised you. And now I must take my leave, human. My superiors are expecting a full report from me. There is much I must do to ensure they cannot uncover the Republic's actions.
Okay, 500 credits. Now we talk to Shayless.
Human, you return. Have you information for me? Have you discovered the fate of the missing Selkath youth? Have you news of my daughter, Sasha?
I have information for you, Shayless.
Excellent. You've done well. What have you learned?
The Sith are let me see here. The Sith are training Selkath youths in the ways of the Dark Jedi.
Yes, this makes sense. It is a wonder I did not see this before. Manon's greatest strength is our neutrality. If Malak brainwashes our youth and indoctrinates them in the ways of the Sith, he will have a strong following among the Selkath people, strong enough to seize control of Manan and our Kolto. My daughter Shayless, she too has been indoctrinated into the camp.
I've convinced your daughter to return her back on the ways of the Sith.
Human, if you speak the truth, I am forever in your debt. And yet my joy is tempered by the knowledge that the Sith still walk freely about Manan. Hopefully the testimony of my daughter will be enough proof of their actions to make Atto City authorities take action.
I hope so.
You have done much for me, human. Here are the credits I promised you. I only wish I had more to give.
Thank you, Shayless.
Please excuse me now, human. I must go speak with the Manan authorities about the Sith plot and what they have done to my beloved daughter.
Oh, he gave me 600 credits.
I have no design.
Are you hiring for the... Then why are you wasting my...
Okay, and with that, I have over 18,000 credits. Okay, let's talk to Sunry's wife about that affair
I
and
hear
talk
you've
to
been
Sunry.
appointed as arbiter in Sunry's trial. My husband is innocent.
Was Sunry having an affair?
Of course not. Yes. Yes, he was having an affair. He was seeing that Sith woman. After all these years we've been together, he just struck me like that. Not publicly, oh no. But inside, that's what it feels like. He started seeing Alasa last year. I had my suspicions for a while, but he was careless. Pretty soon everyone knew. But even though I'm sure that harlot was only using him, I know he couldn't have killed her. He came and confessed to the affair to me. He said he was going there to break it off, to end it. Maybe the Sith woman attacked him, and he had to defend himself. But even though he cheated on me, inside he's still the man I loved. Love. He's too kind and gentle to have killed her in cold blood.
He has killed many Sith before.
That was a long time ago, in a war far, far away. He's changed now, settled down. Oh, just please, prove his innocence.
Your husband may not be so innocent,
This is all a
Alara.
plot to
It's possible. I haven't...
find the real evidence.
Okay, I'm gonna talk to the Republic superiors. Maybe they have some insight on what Sunry was doing. Okay. Okay, he's still just hanging out over here.
Greetings once again. Should the Selkath obtain proof of what occurred down there, the consequence, truth be told, I'm uncomfortable even with us being seen together. The rumors are already plenty.
I'm investigating the Sunry case.
I don't know much about the facts of the case, but I find it hard to believe. I never met Sunry, but he's a hero of the Republic, not a murderer. The so-called evidence against him is an obvious frame-up. It has to be. The Sith must have plotted Sunry's downfall to embarrass and discredit the Republic.
Are you so sure it was a Sith?
Who else? Sunry's conviction will be a blow to Republic-Selkath relations. Who would benefit from this other than the Sith? If you want to solve this mess, I would focus on the Sith. That or check out the murder scene at the hotel. Talk to the... I regret I could not be of more...
I found this recording in your
You
computers.
mean you sliced into our... That is a very serious crime. We could have you executed for treason if that information caused any harm. But I may just be willing to overlook this transgression if you never tell another living being about it. And that is all I will ever tell you on the matter.
Wow.
I don't know much about the so-called evidence.
That sounds guilty as fuck
Yeah,
to me.
any chance the Republic is involved?
That makes no sense. Sunry has no enemies in the Republic, and his conviction will make all of our jobs more difficult. If you want to solve this mess, I would focus on the Sith. That or check out the murder scene. I regret I could not be a...
I think I'll be going now.
Then I shall wish you...
Okay, so we didn't find anything at the Sith base. That response to that recording was violently angry. Already checked out the hotel. Wonder if there are any Sith we can actually talk to.
Big angry.
Yeah. Well, let's talk to Sunray himself. See what his whole deal was. Give me a second. Okay, let's talk to him.
Coming to check in on an old man? I must confess, I would rather you were here to speak to the warden and begin my trial.
Soon, old friend. We don't want to go to trial until we've got the whole picture.
Oh, I grow weary of staring at these four bare walls. But I suppose you know what you're doing. You know, the role of arbiter cannot be taken lightly.
There's a few things I have to clear up.
Go ahead, ask. Ask what you need to. I've got nothing to hide.
There was a Rhodian who planted evidence of the murder scene.
Rhodian? I didn't know there were any Rhodians on Manan. Oh, except for Tyvark and this one named Glupar who was hanging around the hotel all the time. Okay, so maybe there are a whole bunch of Rhodians on Manan. But what does that matter? If he planted evidence at the scene, it's a clear sign of a frame-up. He probably took all the evidence of the real killer at the same time. The evidence of a Sith conspiracy keeps getting stronger, doesn't it? I suspect there's still stuff you want to clear up. Go ahead, ask. Ask what you need to. I've got nothing to hide.
The judges said that you left after
How
the
would
shot
they
was
know?
fired.
They weren't there. I heard some of the witnesses said that too, but I swear she was alive when I left. I wonder if the Sith have been putting pressure on people to get them to convict me. It wouldn't surprise me at all. You should ask everyone about that. They might admit to helping the Sith on...
Let's go over the evidence.
Well, I can tell you it wasn't easy. She was. I found out later she'd been murdered when the Soulcat... But let's look at the fact. Alassa was brutally killed. Think about that. She was a Sith. My war injuries make it difficult for me to walk. Further, they say they found my hero's cross. Obviously, the Sith planted the cross. I hope you can see how this... Anything else I can help? Go
Let's
ahead,
see
ask.
here. I know you're guilty, Sunry. I've got the Republic's data recording.
So the truth is out. I never meant to kill her, you know. When I found out she was a Sith spy using me to gain information, something inside me just snapped. She didn't know I had found out. So I waited until she fell asleep. And then I killed her. Simple, really. But once I realized what I'd done, I panicked. I contacted those spies from the Republic to help me. I found the illegal monitoring device that the Sith had planted in the room, altered its recording to hide my part in it, and cleared up the evidence. I figured that was the end of it.
But the Sith found out the truth, didn't they?
The Sith must have been spying on me and Alassa.
trying to make sure she wasn't a double agent. They must have seen the Republic spies getting rid of all the evidence. So they planted their own evidence. Lhasa must have stolen that hero's cross from me long ago and given it to her Sith masters like some kind of trophy. I just thought I'd misplaced it. But when the cross turned up on her body, I knew the Sith had put it there. So, now you know the whole story. What are you going to do?
I don't know.
You think I'm some kind of monster, don't you? All I did was kill a Sith. How many Sith have you killed? Dozens? Hundreds? Thousands?
That's different, Sunry, and you know it. We don't kill them in cold blood while they sleep.
I don't see how the two of us are any different. She was a spy. She was using me to get information so Malak's army could destroy the Republic. She deserved his eye.
If you confess, the court might show you mercy.
If I confess, I'm looking at 20 years in prison. And the Otto City officials might even place Kolto sanctions on the Republic Embassy. Without Kolto, how can we treat the injuries to our soldiers on the front lines?
These are just excuses, Henry. You both know you want to own up to you. You have to own up to your crimes.
No, I can't do that. And put the Republic's supply of Kolto in danger. No, I won't. Now look, I may have done something stupid. And it may only be worse for my standing by it, but I will not confess. If you turn me in, the Republic will likely lose its Kolto export privileges, and then we'll lose the war for sure. Are you going to send all those thousands, millions like Taurus to their deaths just for your sense of justice?
Sunry, this is wrong, and you know it. I am a Jedi. What is it that you expect me to do to defend your actions?
You do whatever you have to, Jolie. I know what I did, but I also know what's at stake here. No, I'll rot in here if I have to. But I won't.
Wasn't he adamant about not being a Jedi, and then he says, I am a Jedi?
What the consequences
Make up your fucking mind, old man!
Oh, man. Let's get this trial started. So you are the arbiter in the Sunry Alasa murder case, then. I hope you're as impartial as the office traditionally is supposed to be. You off-worlders have a tendency to ignore the rule of law in favor of some irrational causes. What is it I can do for you? I want to begin Sunry's trial now. Are you certain? Once the trial has begun, it cannot be stopped. Once the judgment is given, the case can never be reopened. You must be certain your investigations are complete before you request a trial. Yeah, let's begin the trial. I will. Let the court record show that the trial of Sunry versus the Otto City Authority has commenced. Presiding judges are Selkar, Josha, Nalishakan, Kota, and Jula. This trial is to determine the culpability of Sunry in the death of Sith Alasa. Representing Sunry in his defense as a member of the Jedi Order. Do we have any opening statements? I have no comments at this time. Acting as prosecutor for the Otto City Council Authority is an impartial observer from the Sith Empire.
It is an honor to see justice served, and I will see Sunry is executed for the crime he has committed.
Do not be too overzealous in pressing your commission, Sith. First matter of business is the presentation of a sworn testimony by the proprietor, Ignis, of the hotel where the murder occurred. What is the testimony you wish to give us?
The man I saw leaving, Sunry, probably left after I heard the blaster shot.
The guilt of the accused is apparent, even this...
Know your place, Sith. It is important evidence. The court will keep this in mind near the top of the list of pertinent facts. We will now begin calling forth witnesses to the crime and telling their testimony. After each witness has given their testimony and you have cross-examined them, you may ask the presiding judges for their opinions on the current state of the case. It is a special privilege given by Manan law only to the defendant, so use it wisely. Ferrith. Okay, let's see here.
You are Ferrith Me, the well-known Pazak player. I wonder if we can trust the word of a gambler as reliable testimony.
Do not undermine the witness. Objection sustained. The witness your questions and do ask your listeners your questions and do it promptly.
Of course, Your Honor. Feareth me. What did you see the night of the murder?
Well, I came out into the hallway after hearing the blaster shot and saw Sunry over there limping down the hall out of the building.
A very obvious point, Your Honors. The accused was seen leaving the scene of the crime after the blaster that killed Elassa was fired.
A very pertinent point, prosecutor. It's now the defense's turn to cross-examine the witness. Did you actually see the murder happen?
You mean actually see him kill her with my own eyes? Well, no, but I don't think there could have been anyone else there.
The point is well taken, Arbiter. Additional questions? Elisa is a dark Jedi, isn't she? Actually, hang on. How could Sunray have harmed her if he was a cripple?
Well, he was moving pretty fast running away, but yeah, I mean, how could he kill a Sith warrior in combat? I don't know for sure.
Do not think less of Sunray because of his handicap. He was fully capable. Can't you see that the man can hardly walk, let alone fight Elassa? That is enough for now. We'll deliberate this later in private. Let's see here. Elassa is a dark Jedi,
Yes,
isn't she?
From what I could tell. She carried a lightsaber under that cloak of hers.
Objection! That doesn't prove she was a Jedi.
No, this piece of evidence is very important. It establishes the character of Elassa and perhaps her intent in dealing with Sunray. Do you have additional questions? I have no additional questions. Very well. Would you like to use this opportunity to poll the judges? Yes. Do not have enough information to take an informed decision. Uncertain as to the actual murder, I cannot make my decision yet. I'm pretty confident it will be true. Rodian Glupor. Prosecution may question the witness.
Glupor the Rodian, you were staying in the hotel the night of the murder and saw Sunry leaving Elassa's room, didn't you?
Yes, Glupor sees Sunry running down hall, and when Glupor look in room, Sith woman dead on floor.
This is clear, then, that Sunry left the room with the Sith Elassa already dead behind him.
Perhaps, Sith, perhaps. It is the turn of the defense to answer the questions now. Did you see Sunry kill Elassa? Glupor not see Sunry. Sunry really hurt Sith. But Glupor did see Sunry living in the room with Sith in it. Not really see him kill Sith. An important distinction. You wish to ask questions? Let me see here. Did you plant the metal on Elassa? Let's see here. Isn't the metal of the crime scene too obvious a clue? Glupor not know why anyone leave anything in someone else's room. Just think things happen. It's just odd. That's odd indeed. You wish to ask that question. Let's see here. Did you plant the metal on Elassa? Glupor.
Don't do it, Glupor.
Prosecution will be silent. So you wish to say Glupor. Glupor paid by Sith to plant that metal.
Lies! Slander! I object!
Are you certain of this, Glupor? Glupor certain. This new evidence puts the entire case in a new light. Do you wish to ask the witness anything else? I have no additional questions. Let's see, let's poll the judges. Don't have an informed decision. Elora, Sunry's wife. Right,
you, Elora, are Sunry's lawful wife. Your husband was a hero in the last war between the Sith Empire and the Republic. He was crippled in that war. Do you not believe he'd blame the Sith for his injury?
Yes. I guess he would.
And there you have motive. Sunry seeks revenge on the Sith for what they did to him and killed Elassa.
Supposition for now, prosecutor. Does the defense have any questions for the witness? Was it true your husband was having an affair with Elassa?
Yes. Yes, it was true. He was having an affair with that Sith harlot.
It seems painfully obvious that he killed her to keep her quiet about the affair.
Be silent. You have already questioned the witness, prosecutor.
He'd been seeing her for some time, I think. But he said he was going to change. He'd gone there that night to end it. We talked the night before and he'd promised. But now things have become so very complicated.
This is very enlightening evidence. Will a few influence our deliberation considerably. Any more questions, Arbiter? Sunry was a Republic war hero, wasn't he?
Yes. He fought against the Sith in the last war. He fought bravely, and was even awarded the Hero's Cross. I don't know how much that means to the Sith, or to your Selkath, your honors. But in the Republic, it is awarded only to the bravest, most valorous, most honorable men. The kind of man who earns that medal would not kill someone in cold blood.
Our husband earned a medal because he excelled at killing Sith. It relates directly. Do not let personal opinions sway your judgment of the law. Do you have any more opinions, Arbiter? I have no additional questions. Let's see here. Off. Sure.
I wish to call forth Sunry himself, your honors.
Let's see here.
Are you a war hero, Mr. Sunry? You fought in wars against the Sith Empire, correct?
Yes, that's right. And I don't regret it either. The Republic needs its heroes.
Indeed. Would you say that you dislike the Sith? Even hate them?
Of course I hate them. Trying to take over the galaxy every chance they get, killing millions of innocents?
Pure politics. Were you in Alassa's room on the night of the murder?
Well, yes, I was. I had been having an affair with Alassa and my wife, yes. But I realized how wrong I'd been, and I was going there to end it.
You were having an affair with a Sith. You wanted to end it quickly and quietly, so you killed her from behind and tried to flee.
No,
I think we can see the answer clear enough, Mr. Sunry.
Do not interrupt the accused. In fact, I think you've said quite enough already, Mr. Prosecutor. Do you have any questions for the accused?
Let's see here. You were going there to end the affair. Would the Sith object?
Yes, I think they would. They wouldn't want to lose one of their sources, even though I didn't give them anything. They might have killed her for her failure. Or they might have thought she'd turn against them or something like that.
The Sith Empire is not the barbaric institution you portray it to be.
Be silent, Prosecutor. This is a valuable point that led some credence to your defense, Arbiter. Anything else you wish to ask the accused? And Lassa was a Sith spy, wasn't she?
Of course she was. Why would a young, beautiful Sith woman get with an old cripple like me?
Do not help in yourself, Sunry. You only give reason why you might kill her. Haley states facts. The incompetence of the murder indicates that the occupation was not the motive for the killing. Fact remains, Alassa was a Sith and likely a spy as well. Is there anything else you wish to ask the accused? How could Alassa have gotten a hold of your medal?
I don't know. The medal had gone missing some time ago. I never found out what happened to it. It's possible the Sith had stolen it and had it planted on the body.
Supposition, your honors?
True, but it does have merit and deserves consideration. No additional questions. Alright, let's pull the judges. And these guys.
Indecisive.
That in closing.
I think the facts in this case are very straightforward. Sunry was having
How
an
you gonna play
affair with
this?
Elassa. He sought
Let's
to
see
end
here.
it, and the simplest, quickest method, given his hatred of the Sith, was to simply kill her. Witnesses saw Sunry fleeing the scene, and material evidence places him there at the time of the murder as well. I am confident that any informed observation of the facts will lead the judges...
What kills me is that he's right, but he's just being a pompous asshole about it, so no one wants to pick his side.
Okay.
The Sith are obviously evil and set this up as a statement that a certain character in the next game would fucking detest you for.
Elassa was a spy and the Sith are framing Sunry. I find that highly unlikely, however. The Sith have no need for such deception. The Sith have known for violence, deception before. No one actually witnessed the murder. Truth.
Oh, that doesn't mean a thing. He was there, running from the room.
You speak out of turn again, you will be forcibly ejected from the court. The arbiter speaks a valid fact. The point you would like to make?
Sunry was a cripple and couldn't have killed her. People can be just as capable as any other man. Sunry more than most. You overrate this man. What are the arguments? Sunry was ending the affair, so the Sith killed her. Sith are obviously evil and set this up.
Please don't say that. That's not going to end well.
Voters is allowed an opinion as well as you, prosecutor, no matter how erroneous or truthful. Sunry was ending the affair, so the Sith killed her.
Sith would not leave the medal of her killer clutched in her hand.
Our time of arguments is past, and we do well to remember that. But this argument does bring up a valid point. Is there anything else? My arguments are complete. Find Sunry innocent.
No!
Silence.
Oh, Sunry, I'm so glad.
Elora, thank you for saving me. I don't know how I can repay you. Elora and I are going to leave. I and the Republic will not forget what you've done for us.
So you can actually still just turn him in, but also argue that, you know, there is a Sith conspiracy. I don't know.
But that doesn't turn out nearly as well, I'm guessing.
Yeah, well.
Like, yes, he killed her, but definitely some Sith shady shit going on in the background.
Yeah. That's it for Manon. We're done here. So what we're going to do, we're going to get back to the ship. We're going to talk to everybody. And then we're going to leave.
I will probably not be on much at all on Friday and Saturday.
Well, I mean, Saturday is not an issue.
Well, yes, I'm just telling you that. I'm gonna be visiting a friend for their birthday.
Okay. Alright, so let's board the ship. And let's talk to everybody. Now that these things have been handled. I also gotta go see Griff again.
Hey there. What can I do for you?
You want to talk about your brother?
I appreciate everything you've done for Griff. You know that, right? I just hope things work out for him this time around. I guess we'll find out when he meets up with it.
Right. We need to go back to Tatooine and actually check in on that. Let's talk to
Check in on
Kenders.
the dumbass.
Yeah.
Even though they wrote it shittily, so he never gets a good ending.
Tell me more about the Mandalorian Wars.
We fought against the Republic forces for some time, over the course of many battles. At the start, they were not much of a threat to speak of. But once the Jedi Revan took charge, things began to turn against us. The Republic fleets began to use more than just basic tactics. Feints, counterattacks, mass deceptions. Revan was a genius on the field. Revan abandoned worlds of their defenders so that others would be too fortified to strike, and was willing to make sacrifices in order to advance goals. And in the end, Revan proved too much for us.
You couldn't have won against the whole galaxy.
But it was close. So close. It looked like the entire galaxy was within our grasp. I still remember that final battle in the skies above Malachor 5. The two fleets filling the space around it, outshining the stars.
What happened in that battle?
It was not your ships, or your men, or your vaunted fight for freedom that won this, the final battle of the war. It was by the actions of one person, the Jedi Revan, that you prevailed. His strategies and tactics defeated the best of us. Even Mandalore himself was taken aback by the ferocity of his attacks, the tenacity of his defenses, and the subtleties of his plans. He fought us to a standstill, and then began pushing back. We really didn't have a chance.
Why didn't you retreat?
It was what we had wanted all along, in a way. We wanted to fight the best, in a battle that would be remembered for centuries. And we did. And Revan won. I don't hold a grudge against Revan, and neither do any of my people. It was the greatest moment of my life to be in that battle. If Revan had been a Mandalorian, nothing in the galaxy would have stopped us. But wishing for the past to be different is useless. Better look to the future, as we should now. We'll talk more later, I think. Is there something else you want to know?
Okay, nothing more for
Your
now.
choice.
We'll talk again later, I think. Never talks to him again. Guess I was fucking wrong then. Alright.
Alright, let's see here. The thing, like I mentioned before, let's see. is that double blades are just better for everything. Mainly because of the fact that they don't
They
have...
don't have any kind of dual wielding penalty.
Yeah, their dual wield penalty is gone. I'll leave that one alone for the time being. Let's pop in on Jolie.
Got something on your mind, do you?
You mentioned something about your wife before.
I don't want to talk about that.
Well, I do. Spit it out already.
Well, that's a unique method of getting someone to talk. Thunder about like a bantha in a circuit shop. Does that work for you often? Let me tell you something. Once you've lived as many years as I have, you'll have yourself a long, long list of memories. If you're lucky, most of them will be good. If you're not, some will be bad. If you're really unlucky, some will be so bad you never want to be reminded of them again, ever. You'll go far away, to a place that doesn't hold any memories at all. And there you'll be happy just to forget and be forgotten.
Is that why you went to Kashyyyk?
Partly, maybe. I doubt I could ever explain it to you fully, even if I wanted to. Let me ask you this. Have you ever been in love? Truly in love, I mean, and not simple infatuation?
Well...
Exactly. You're still at the beginning of your life. There will be men in your life, perhaps many men. But if you're fortunate, you'll find love once. The Jedi, with their damnable sense of overcaution, would tell you love is something to avoid. Thankfully, anyone who's even partially alive knows that's not true.
What's this? Love? Advice from an old Jedi?
And why not? All this nonsense about avoiding love is so much foo-foo. I shouldn't be the only one who realizes that. Love doesn't lead to the dark side. Passion can lead to rage and fear, and can be controlled. But passion is not the same thing as love. Controlling your passions while being in love, that's what they should teach you to beware. But love itself will save you, not condemn you. Listen to me go on as if I had all the answers. What do I know of love anymore? I'm just a lonely old man who's not even a Jedi.
No, I want to hear what you have to say.
You do you? I wouldn't listen too closely. I'm no authority on anything. I just think that the greatest things in life shouldn't be avoided because they come with a few complications. Love causes pain, certainly. Inevitably, love is going to lead to as much sorrow and regret as it does joy. I suppose there are perfect, eternal loves out there, but I haven't seen any. And how do you deal with the bad part of love is what determines your character. What determines the dark side's hold over you.
So what happened between you and your wife, then?
I haven't changed my mind. I'm still not going to talk about it. You go and find your own love if you want to know so badly. I'll tell you one thing. Sometimes, no matter how hard you try, you and the one you love simply aren't meant to be together. The trick is to know when that is. To know when it's time to fight and when it's time to part ways. There I go, waxing philosophical again. Somebody blast me already. Let's get going before I start talking in riddles, damn it. Got something on your mind?
What do you think about Sunry's verdict?
Innocent. I don't know what to make of it, to tell the truth. Do you think justice has been done?
Not really.
But that has little to do with the law, doesn't it? A sad state of affairs, that. Too bad, really. Sunry was a good man once. I don't want to talk about this anymore. My jaw aches. Got something on your mind?
Never mind.
I get it.
Okay, that's that. Let's talk with
How
Honey.
may I be of assistance to you, Padawan?
I was wondering if we could talk.
What is it you would like to speak to me about?
What happened after your father died?
After my father died, my mother was left to support me alone. A single non-human woman, living in one of the worst, most violent slums on Taris. It was not easy for her.
Raven's online.
Indeed they are.
So what happened?
When my father was killed, it seemed
Probably
that someone
exhausted.
in her began to die as well.
No, just talking about the game.
She worked as hard as she was able. But over time,
I'm
she
aware.
began to
I was
waste
just
away.
commenting.
I later learned that she was unable
But
to
not
get
about your
enough
game.
money to feed both of us, and had to start borrowing from the exchange, a band of cutthroats and smugglers. But even that was not enough. She hid what she was doing from me. She gave most of her food to me so that I would be strong, but she herself was suffering deeply from it. In the end, she could go on no longer, and collapsed at the cantina where she worked one day.
Did she die?
She never recovered. There was nothing really that I could do for her. She left me no money, and no doctor would see her without being paid first. I sat by her bed for days as she lay there dying. I never want that to happen to someone I care about ever again. But there was still the money she had borrowed. She had never paid it back and made no provisions for her death. You must understand. The exchange is brutal. They care nothing for the life of a sentient being. They are the major suppliers of slaves on Terrace.
You were enslaved?
They thought it would be appropriate that, with my mother...
Oh, I'm joined.
The debt should be passed on to me. And with
I thought you would go pass out and die for a little bit.
You have no idea
I got 15
what
minutes.
it is like to be bound like a beast and treated as such.
You know what? That's fair.
It was the worst time of my life. They treated me like
I got
livestock.
15 minutes before my regularly
There was
scheduled
nothing
death.
for Fire to give them some credits for me when the Jedi came to fight the Mandalorians.
And they freed
Jedi
you?
could not abide by what they saw there, and drove the exchange from the face of the world, freeing those of us imprisoned there. But the Jedi
Bullshit,
soon
now
left
according to
fight
canon,
war.
they can abide slavery pretty easily.
So what was the
I
dream?
swore that I would become a Jedi. As soon as I had enough money to do it, I bought passage on a freighter headed for Dantooine, and we both know what has happened since then.
Yeah, honey.
I am grateful to you for having given me the opportunity to fulfill my dream, rather than become what I hated. Someday, I may make it up to you. But for now, let us keep on the task at hand.
Okay.
Can I just say,
Mm-hmm.
such an emotional conversation. It feels really out of place when you just have the music be boom, 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 boom. Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun.
Fucking droid never gives me anything. Okay, let's check in with everybody.
Maybe you should take the droid out.
She's got no more.
Do stuff with them.
Yes, what's on your mind?
Feed once in a while.
Tell me, what happens if you ever get your revenge on Saul?
You mean if I kill him?
Yes, what happens afterwards?
Well, I never thought about it. I suppose I always assumed that I would be dead once Saul was.
Why? What if you don't
What kind
die?
of-
What then?
What's never occurred to me. I've always been the captain of my own ship, after all, or thought about going after Saul on my own. But I'm not in the same situation now. I wouldn't risk hurting you or the others.
I would certainly hope
I
not.
don't think I would throw away everything we're doing here, do you?
I don't know. But wouldn't you stop at to kill Saul?
I would like to think that I wouldn't put you in danger, that I wouldn't forget that there's more behind Saul that needs to be stopped. If I saw Saul, however, I had the chance. I don't know what I'd do. I really don't. I mean, his death has been my entire focus for so long.
Well then, you'll have to find something else to focus on.
Well, that's easier said than done, but I know you mean well. I promise you I'll see this through. No
Damn,
matter
it could
what.
be cruel
As for what
shit like
comes
that. I can't
afterward,
rely on you. You shouldn't have come.
let's wait until I know that I'm around to see it. Yes, what's on your mind?
Okay, so his
So-
whole position is...
That is a very weird comment. It's just, yeah, I don't know. I just expected that I would die alongside him. What? Why?
It's kind of a thing of like, I don't know, I never planned that far ahead. I kind of, like, as far as I know, it was like...
the way it was voiced.
Yeah, but I mean, like, I've seen some people, like, it's interesting to see how some people don't plan beyond a certain goal, or they have such a fatalistic view of something, where they say, after this, I never had any plan for my life afterwards. It's like, well, what do you mean? Like, I have this goal that is pretty inherently self-destructive, and I darn and I fully expect to die in completion of that goal. Like, what happens if you don't die? Well then, I'll have to roll some dice. All right, let's head to Yavin. Shit, I didn't save. Oh, this is gonna be fun.
It's like, shit, I didn't say fuck. Well, sucks to be you then. Don't have that problem in Elden Ring. Bitch saves all the time.
Oh, is it just gonna let me do it?
Usually, it doesn't just instantly go into a cutscene.
Okay, yeah, no, it's not gonna let me just go through.
What happened? What's going on?
Sith interdictor ship. They must have been waiting for us on the hyperspace route. We're caught in their tractor beam.
Do you recognize the ship?
It's the Leviathan. Saul Kareth's vessel. My old mentor.
Wait, why was your old mentor piloting a Sith ship?
Don't worry about it.
No, he recognizes what ship he pilots now. An interdictor.
Okay, the only Star Wars bit of that ship is the fucking tower sticking up on the back.
Yeah.
Everything else looks like it's from fucking Halo.
It else looks like a fucked up boomerang.
No, it looks like a fucked up Covenant ship from Halo.
Saul Kareth's flagship was at the head of the fleet. My family was destroyed that day.
It's because its design is alien.
You know, by the mostly human crew.
No, it's built from the Starforge. The Starforge kicks out ships of an ancient alien design. Anyways, just don't let your lust for judgment lust for revenge cloud your judgment, Karth.
I'm not gonna do anything stupid. I mean, I won't throw our lives away in some.
Should I stay on until I actually finish this ship, or should I just save?
Kill Saul during our escape. Nobody better get in my way.
Talk of an escape is somewhat premature, don't you think? We don't even have a plan to get out of this mess yet.
I'll admit, it won't be easy. Saul's no fool, and he won't underestimate us either. You can count on plenty of guards watching every move we make.
Maybe Admiral Kareth doesn't know how many of us there are on board. We all have special talents. Talents we could exploit so that one of us could stage a rescue. We just have to figure out who has the best chance to avoid capture so they can come and rescue us later. It's a long shot, but it's our only hope.
Let's see here. Admiral Kareth will be watching the three of us very closely. One of the others is gonna have to save us.
Well, if we're gonna pick someone to save our skins, we better do it quick. In another minute, we're gonna have Sith troops marching up our loading ramp.
Okay, so here you
Pando the Mando.
Well. So here, you would select you would select one of your characters to be sent off solo to basically free the rest of the crew. This can be Jolie, Jahani, either of the droids, Zalbar, Canderous, mission, and each of them has their own special scene on how this would operate. Now, obviously, the ones that work easiest by the logic deal are T3M4 and HK47. Jolie's is hilarious though. He just mind tricks a guy into putting him in a separate cell, and then mind tricks him into letting him out and putting himself in the cell. It's honestly like Jolie's just fucking like fun to do this with.
Jolie's just kind of tired. It's just, oh god, we're just gonna get done with this. Come on, guys.
So who do you think I should use? There's a few. Mission,
my top two would always be Jolie or HK.
I've never done HK.
I don't want to do HK.
Just Kando the Mando.
Kando the Mando.
You said it first.
That is his name now.
Sounds like a job for Wookiee.
No, do HK.
All right, we'll do HK. I've never done HK before. Droid would be the best chance. HK could come and rescue us.
Just suddenly explosives go off.
Chip and backup power supply that automatically kicks in if I have been shut down too long. Deactivate my main circuits and wipe my memory chip. The Sith will take me to the junk heap, and I can come rescue the rest of you after I reactivate.
What if the Sith disassemble you before your reserve power supply kicks in?
Answer: that is possible. My reserve power supply is a prototype yet to be tested, yet I can attempt this task if you wish.
Okay, we'll give it a try.
Wait, hold on. I love that.
What?
Like, wait, what happens if this doesn't work? What if you get disassembled? He's like, it's a possibility, but we can still do it if you want. The first dialogue option. This looks like a job for a Wookiee.
Job for a Wookiee.
We can reprogram this droid to fight in our own army. Wipe its memory chip and take it to the salvage shop. The technicians will deal with it later.
Karth, it has been far too long since we last spoke. I see the recent months have not been kind in your case. I barely recognized you.
But I recognize you, Saul. I see your face every night, even as I promise myself I will kill you for what you did to my homeworld.
Did you learn nothing in your time under me? As a soldier, you should understand that casualties were unavoidable. This was an act of war.
It was a cowardly act of betrayal. Your fleet bombed a civilian target into oblivion without warning or provocation, and the blood of those innocent people is on your hands.
In war, even the innocent must die. The Sith would not accept me until I proved I had truly turned my back on the Republic by bombing the planet.
My wife died in that attack, Saul. And for that, I swear I'll kill you.
You used to be a man of action, not of empty words. Cling to your lust for revenge if you must, but spare me your tired threats. I've heard them all before. You're an insignificant part of these events anyway. Lord Malak is far more interested in your Jedi companions. He has great plans for them.
We will never serve Malak or the dark side. The Sith will be destroyed, Admiral Kareth, as will you if you don't turn away from this path.
Your words are brave.
Damn, stripped
Why is
clothes,
Bastila
too.
stripped?
We're all stripped, technically. It's just that she's the only one wearing normal 21st century underwear. Like, yeah, technically we're all in our underwear. For some reason, though, they decided to put Bastila in normal, regular underwear, so that's why it's weird.
Somebody was horny.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You're wasting your time, Saul. I'll never betray the Jedi.
I'm certain Malak will find your loyalty to the Jedi amusing. The Dark Lord would probably reward me if I just killed you once and for all, but he may want to question you given the trouble you've caused him, and the history between you.
Malak won't get any answers from me.
The Dark Lord will no doubt torture you for information and for his own twisted pleasure. Eventually, you will tell him everything. The Sith can be very persuasive. However, Lord Malak is in another sector. It may be some time before he arrives, so I suppose I will have to fill in for him until then. Activate the torture fields.
Everybody moves in unison.
Enough. I don't want them to pass out before I question them. Malak will appreciate any information I can give him.
What kind of torture lasts only 8
waste
seconds?
Your breath, Saul. We won't answer any of your questions.
I'm sure you won't. However, we both know your friend's loyalties have proven in the past to be somewhat flexible.
What the, what are you talking about?
I am interrogating you, not the other way around. You will answer questions, not ask them. It is time to put your loyalty to the test. I doubt torturing you will gain me your true cooperation. Your will is too strong to be broken that way. However, even the strongest of heroes has trouble watching those they care about suffering. The interrogation will begin now. Each time you refuse to answer or give me a false answer, Karth will suffer.
I mean, I'm okay with that.
I will not betray the Jedi, even to save
I'll just
Karth.
tell lies for the hell of it.
Tell him nothing.
I tire of these games. Now I want answers. On what planet is the Jedi Academy at which you were trained?
Alderaan. Referenced to A New Hope. Alderaan. It's on Alderaan.
Alderaan is nothing but a planet of artisans and philosophers. There is no training academy there. You must think this is a game. Very well, this is the price of your resistance. Enough. You see what happens when you try to defy me. This first question was a test. Obviously, Malak knew the academy was on Dantooine, and it has since been destroyed by our fleet. Dantooine is an empty graveyard now. Nothing is there but a smoking ruin and the charred remains of your former masters.
You'll pay for this crime, Saul. You and all the
More
Sith.
empty threats. We Sith prefer to let our actions speak for us. Perhaps that is why we are winning this war. Now, tell me your mission. How were the Jedi planning on using you to stop Lord Malak and our Sith Armada?
We've been
Well,
sent
our
to...
mission is blue.
We've been sent to assassinate Lord Malak.
Do you take me for a fool? The Jedi are not assassins. They would never devise such a plan. Perhaps you need a reminder of the consequences of refusing to cooperate.
No!
Listen, can you not hear him suffering? You can spare him further pain by simply answering my questions. Now I will ask again, on what mission did the Jedi Council send you?
This accomplishes nothing, Saul. We will never betray the Republic.
Perhaps another lesson is in order.
No! No! I beg you! Mercy! No!
I am surprised he did not pass out sooner. Rarely have I seen someone withstand such punishment.
And Karth broke fast.
I see I am wasting my time here. When Malak arrives, you will learn my interrogation techniques are considered merciful among the Sith. I will leave you here in your cell with a small taste of the horrors you will suffer when Lord Malak arrives.
It's interesting how he can be passed out standing up.
That's intense pain right there.
You might not be fully recovered yet. Admiral Kareth had his guards continue to torture you even after you passed out.
They tortured all of us, though you got the worst of it by far. Saul wanted them to make us suffer. He's become some sort of sadistic monster.
The dark side has perverted him, Karth. Once you start down the tainted path, it leads you ever further into the depths of evil. I fear he is forever lost.
Blah, blah, blah. Do you ever stop being so No one is without hope of redemption, Basilat. Jesus fucking Christ.
I suppose you're correct. Sometimes it's easy to lose sight of that hope in the face of such unbridled cruelty. But you speak the truth. I suppose I'm taking the news of Dantooine's destruction quite hard. First Taras, now the Academy. Is there no end to the killing?
I know. It's hard to believe they're all gone.
I'd like to believe that Saul was lying to us. But even as he said the words, I think they were true. The Academy is gone. We should have felt a disturbance in the Force when the attack came. The fact that we did not is a bad sign.
I vote for a Halo
The
scenario.
dark side is growing stronger.
Hit the reset
Casting
button.
shadows our vision cannot pierce. I can only hope that some of the Jedi escaped. Rook, Endar, Zar. I cannot imagine all of them being gone. In any case, we've lost our one place of refuge in the galaxy.
None of this will matter if we don't get out of this prison before Saul gets back.
Where is Saul Kareth
Saul
now?
mentioned that Lord Malak was on his way. I think the Admiral left to prepare for his arrival and to report the results of our interrogation.
It is fortunate you were able to resist the Admiral's questioning. The fate of the galaxy could be changed by revealing the slightest piece of vital information.
I have to confess something. There was a moment, just a moment, when part of me was hoping that you would tell him what he wanted to know. Just to make the horrible pain stop.
The only reason I stayed silent was to watch you suffered.
God.
Lol.
Saul would have tortured us no matter what I told him.
I've known Admiral Kareth a long time, and I think you're right. The interrogation was a sham. Saul was toying with us. He didn't care what we told him. I think it was just an excuse to torture us before Malak arrived.
Did you feel that? A disturbance in the Force. The Admiral has sent his message. The Dark Lord knows we're here now. Malak is coming.
Well, then we better hope HK-47 busts us out of here before he arrives.
Speaking of.
Let's see, what do I got in my inventory? inventory. Not a lot. Just what I... Okay, just what I am carrying. Let me go ahead and upgrade number of things. Use dexterity. Heals. Eats. Oh man, I really should have handled some of this stuff before. Give myself some toughness. Let's go a few more feats. Disruptor. Flamethrower. Just fucking burn him. Some droid upgrades. Alright.
Crispy.
Fucking, it still says I'm in combat, even though I'm really not. Sunray, okay. Here, 5, 5, 6. Let's go with this one. Keep that flamethrower equipped. Ooh, an advanced flamethrower. Motion sensor type 3. Probe. Okay. In the meantime, the droid. Send him out to do the deeds that need to be done. Alright, we already got that. Oh, hello. Oh dear. Just hose him down.
How much health do these guys have? You hit him for 12 and suddenly his entire health bar was gone.
Oh, clearly not enough health.
So how much health did they have? Not fucking enough, apparently.
Yeah. Okay, things for the meat bags once we find them. Okay, I should actually really just save. I could end it here. It's up, but it's up to you guys if you think I should finish the ship before I actually end it.
How long will that take?
Maybe 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay, no, is this Alex 10 minutes or actual time 10 minutes? Alex 10 minutes could end up taking an hour.
It will not take an hour.
Will it?
Tension area
Couldn't it though?
I mean, it could if I decided to be exhaustive about everything and just fucking fuck around for a long time, but I'm not planning on doing that. After all, there's not much reward to fucking around here.
Okay, you're not planning on it, but that could change.
Mm-hmm. Starboard cell block key. Hello. Please sit down. And he is dead. Alright, let's see here. Fuck, I don't have any computer spikes. Forgot about that. Med pack. Alright, 4 spikes. Access system commands. Open attention to shit. Turn to root menu. Security cameras. Cell block. Attention area. Medical. Alright. Not much of anything here. Yeah. Okay, we got Rhodians in the cells.
unsuccessful attempt. Active.
Oh, hello. His arm. Are they doing any damage? Because I don't think they are. I don't think they are. My health bar has not fucking moved.
So there is exactly two options here. Either A, they do no damage, and it is here purely to be like, oh, look, it's dangerous. Or option 2, and the one that's more funny, is that they are doing damage. You're just so high level, it is basically no damage.
Mm-hmm.
No, I
because
saw
you shot them for
no
12 and the
up.
health bar disappeared. So maybe it's just they have so little health and damage.
Right, equipment.
Yeah, I saw damage numbers pop up on you. The problem was that there was exactly 2 of them. One was 3 and the other was 1. And then I saw about a dozen shots hit you that did not came up with no damage number.
Okay, HK, we gotta upgrade your targeting systems because holy shit. The amount of times this robot has missed a stationary container is unfucking acceptable.
Yeah.
Alright, let's see here. I have 13 computer spikes. System commands, open detention area. Menu. And let's download the area schematics.
Hey, y'all.
Yeah?
I have found the new ancient Greek meta.
What?
And what would this meta
Posted
be?
it in the group chat.
Oh, no. It's funny.
Alright, let's get to the detention area and free the rest of the crew.
What did you think I meant when I said ancient Greek meta?
I mean, I knew it had to be gay.
Honestly, I had no fucking idea.
I knew it had to be gay. It's the ancient Greeks. Okay, let's see.
Well, it had to be either gay or question the bounds of physics.
When this is all over, I'm gonna see the Republic gives you a medal for your part in this. Now, if I remember the layout of the ship.
Okay, which physics? Modern physics or physics of that, or the known physics of that time?
After we grab our stuff, we need to get to the main bridge controls. The bridge is the only place that we can open the docking gates of the hangar where they've got the Ebon Hawk. We have to open those gates before we can fly out of here.
We better get moving. I can feel the darkness of Malak's presence approaching, and I don't want to be here when he arrives. None of us is a match for the Sith Lord.
How was that?
Let's get our equipment and blast our way through those bridge controls.
How was that?
What?
Don't worry about it.
There was a guy that just ran through the
That
door.
was Canderous. he went, got his shit, and left.
Y'all having this conversation about the darkness of Malak. I'm out.
Okay, like Canderous has got my tank top. I'm good. See y'all. All right, I'm coming
It's a good
too.
idea. The others can get to the Ebon Hawk on their own, but Karth and I might need your help. The 3 of us will get our equipment and make our way to the bridge. The rest of you head down to the docking hangar where they've got the Ebon Hawk. You'll have to find a way to deal with the guards.
Don't you worry about that. I know how to deal with the guards. They won't know what hit them.
Okay, good. Get to the equipment room. Grab what you need
We'll
and
meet
get
you there
going.
as soon as we get those docking bay doors open. Just make sure the Hawk is ready to fly when we get there. And may the Force be with you.
So we need to open the docking bay doors and disable the interdictor. So yeah, for this ship, this party is enforced. Let's see here. I do believe this is all my shit. Yeah, there's a bunch of junk in there that nobody wants, so yeah, it's definitely all my shit. Spike, grenade, mid-learning. Okay. So let's go ahead and get dressed. Now I gotta find all my bullshit here. Jedi Master Robe. Energy Shield. Sith Energy Shield. Advanced Biostabilizer Mask. Let's go there, dude. Okay, where's my lightsaber? There's Blurple Berry. Where's my purple lightsaber?
What the fuck did you do with it?
I had a purple double-bladed
Where is my
lightsaber.
super
There
suit?
it is. Okay, she's got hers.
Fucking buffoon.
All right, everybody's
Also,
equipped.
well played, Raven.
And I do need to level up Karth. Oh, there's true injury and awareness. Needs. Karth, you get Master Toughness. That's the thing about soldiers, they get a feat every level. So if you really want to like just max out your combat ability, soldiers is the class to go for. Let's see here. Let's get him something. Hang on, what is their stat on his armor currently? 6 and 4. Oh, actually, fuck it. I'll leave that on. He's got an immunity to mind affecting things. That's actually really fucking good. All right. Now that all of that's taken care of, let's get the fuck out of here. Okay, to the elevator. Into the bridge. I'm impressed with that little patrol droid. That thing usually gets killed pretty early on. I actually managed to survive everything.
This is Canderous. We're at the Ebon Hawk. Like we figured, it's under heavy guard. But don't worry, we'll figure out a plan to take care of them.
Okay. Alright, elevator controls. Going to bridge. Raven, are you okay? If you need to rest, you can go ahead and do that.
The 15 minutes have expired.
Oh, what's happening over there? Raven, I can't understand you.
Said, Raven.
Yeah.
I'm okay. I understood I'm okay.
I heard, why am I crying?
I'm okay.
Ah, okay.
See? I told you it was I'm okay.
Mike was jammed into my chest while my face was into the bed.
Understandable.
Okay. Dead men.
I'm not used to
Data
working
pad?
Mondays.
What is that data pad say? Come on. Into computer space. Pad. Blah 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 blah. It said repair room and storage airlocks to fix damage on the hull. Okay, spacesuits. We got spacesuits so we can do.
We're gonna do the
walk.
jank ass walk.
At least it's faster in KOTOR 2. Move hella fast in KOTOR 2 when it comes to spacewalks and those suits.
It looks jank.
Oh yes, it does.
In fact, I would argue it's probably worse in KOTOR 2 because it's sped up.
I prefer it in KOTOR 2 because then I'm not wasting time.
I mean, yes.
That is not the door I was going for.
Your Jedi smell blood, and thus the decision was made for you.
This guy's getting cut to fuck. Hello, droid. Oh shit, I'm out of force. That's
Can you
okay, though.
imagine if that's how it worked in the movies? Luke, I need your help. Look, I'm sorry, Leia, I'm out of force.
Okay, grab that. And we'll come in here.
You could wait like 15, 20 seconds, I'll have more force, but I'm out right now.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, there's another droid shop, clearly. Alright, so that's where we've been. Let's keep exploring. Let me in. Concussion grenade. Sonic grenades. Thermal detonators. Okay. The spacesuit, which we need to get to do spacewalk to get out of here. Our light armor. Your steel heavy armor. Blasters.
Oh, Dylan.
Mm-hmm.
So if you need proof that KOTOR 2 was not finished and only had 14 months of development, you can look no further than the looting of lockers and crates. Because they made it so that if you bashed a locker or crate, you would damage whatever is inside the locker or crate.
You had a chance to damage. It wasn't a 100% thing.
For me, it is a 100% chance.
It is, but it was not supposed to be.
Yeah, it's a random chance to end up destroying at least
Well-
one or more items.
Well, more specifically, it is 100% to break at least one thing in there. You could break more, but it is guaranteed to break one.
Okay, that's more reasonable.
Yeah, okay. However, the broken items are reduced through components, so you can still use those components to go ahead and make other items. Uh-oh.
Not in KOTOR 2, because for me it was broken component. And when I went to it, it said worth 0 components.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, fucking course. Carlos killed.
Gosh, he's worth as fuck.
That's a lot.
No. So Dylan, that whole thing with the bashing, that makes some logical sense, though, right?
A little bit.
I mean, yeah, if you
Now,
stick
it also implemented a new thing where you could, if you didn't have the high enough lockpicking, you could put a grenade to blow up the door or crate or what have you, and some of them can only
Actually,
be
it's a
opened if you
mine,
use
yeah.
an explosive.
Regardless, it's an explosive, but go on.
But if you explode it with the mine, the item is still fine.
Yeah, the ones that can only be opened with explosions are those ones that will always, those will always keep your item, the item from being destroyed.
Also,
So, let me get this straight.
Also, other funny thing is that the tutorial just straight up lies to you.
Go
The
ahead.
tutorial says if you stand on the thing while it, like, before it explodes, you will take damage. You will not. I have tested this.
The bridge.
But
And
so
the door's
let me
locked.
get this straight. So if I punch the locker and open the door,
Oh fuck.
I break things inside locker.
Yes.
However, if I make locker go kaboom to grab things inside, everything is fine.
See, it's hunky dory.
Bitch.
As long as it was previously agreed upon that that door could be blown up with a grenade.
If it like if
As
it's
long as I use that specific mechanic.
okay, well here's how it goes.
Make it kaboom, and it opened door fine.
If you
Everything
detonate the
inside
lock with a door that could otherwise be opened in any other way, it can break stuff in there. If you detonate the lock on a door or thing that could only be opened by detonating it, then stuff will be inside will be guaranteed to be fine. So basically, if it can be hacked and you blow it up, you lose stuff. If it can't be hacked and you blow it up, then you've
But also, game tells you don't blow this up because then you will take damage. Like, if you blow this up, walk away because you'll take damage. Stands on thing. That was not in fact true.
Yeah, it'd be like that sometimes. Bridge storage. Of course it's locked.
Damn.
Alright.
I was about to say, why don't you just cut it with your lightsaber?
Okay, shield disruptor, more computer spikes. Parts. Spikes, parts. Okay, airlock door. Even though the game only gave me one environment suit because I had only found one environment suit on Manan, when I only find one spacesuit, it's like, it's fine. One spacesuit turns into 3. You can literally actually see where the skybox bends. If you pay attention.
That's a feature of games around this time period.
Mm-hmm. You can if you're paying attention, you can see where the corners at the skybox are. Almost there. God, I'm glad they made this faster in KOTOR 2.
Looks stupid as hell.
Yes, it does, because it's got the same animation, but still. At least I'm not sitting there wanting to kill myself. Okay, back inside. Oh, fuck it, I unequipped everybody's weapons. Oh, God.
But why?
Except for Bastila, she was allowed to keep her fucking weapon.
But why?
I don't know.
They didn't even go out.
So be it then.
Why did everybody target that dude?
Particular, apparently.
Yeah.
Like that.
This guy's fucked. Alright. Room clear. Alright, let me see here what our schematics looking like. Okay, so this is the bridge level. Okay, that's a hallway. Room. Standard door. Of course. That's the standard way of getting into the bridge, I just remembered. So we went ahead this way then. Just heal everybody up first. And we're gonna put on our energy shields. Same with you, Karth.
I'm here.
And you.
What?
Alright, let's go. Oh, he's got 2 Dark Jedi with him. What's up,
Very
everybody?
resourceful. I assume you had some part in this. You learned your lessons well from me.
The only thing you taught me was betrayal and death, Saul.
Don't be a fool. I'm giving you and your companions a chance to surrender, a chance to live. Darth Malak himself is on his way. He'll be arriving any moment.
He speaks the truth, Karth. I can feel the Dark Lord's presence approaching.
Malak will destroy you. But if you throw down your weapons now, I will ask my master to be merciful.
I've seen enough of Sith mercy.
You always did like to do things the hard way. Lord Malak would have preferred live prisoners, but corpses will have to do.
That. And insanity for all. Also, Force Insanity is like is hilariously overpowered in the next game.
Yeah, especially when you're a counselor.
Like, even as just a fucking sentinel, the amount, like the sheer area of effect on it, I was able to hit like 7 different guys with it at once. AoE effects in the next game are just, they make that area of effect very big.
The Admiral. He's still alive.
It's time to finish this.
Let's see here. Take your time, Karth. Make him suffer for what he's done to you.
Oh.
Forget him, Karth. We have to get out of here before Malak arrives.
Don't you understand what this man has done to my life? Do you know the pain he's brought me?
Killing him won't ease the pain, Karth. Do not become what you despise.
Karth, must tell you something. Come closer.
Man, you Karth, you're an idiot.
Remember my dying words. Remember them whenever you look at those you thought were your friends.
This guy, I said, it can't be true, can it? No, it can't. Damn you, Saul. Damn you.
Gosh. Let's see here. Forget it, Karth. Whatever he said, he was only trying to hurt
Damn
you.
it.
Well, it is true, isn't
Damn
it?
it
And
all
you knew,
to
you and the
hell.
whole damn Jedi Council, you knew the whole time.
Karth, it's not what you think. We had no other choice. Please, you don't understand.
So make me understand.
Whatever this is about, Karth deserves an answer. So start talking, Bastila.
Here, Karth, please. There's no time. Malak is coming. This isn't the place. Please, Karth, I'm asking you to trust me for just a little while longer.
She's right, Karth. This isn't the time. We can get into this after we escape.
I'll trust you, Bastila, but as soon as we're off this ship, I expect some answers.
Of course, Karth. As soon as we get to the Ebon Hawk, I'll explain everything. To both of you, I promise.
Alex be flip-flopping so fucking much.
Well, that time it gave me like no further choices. Okay, so assassin pistols. We're buying that. Okay, he had 3,700 credits. Okay, let me talk. Hit this thing. Okay, open docking bay doors. All right, log off. So even if you have the skill and the spikes to change the destination, the game will say actually no. That whole option is schmuck bait. Okay, we're actually gonna go ahead and stop there. We will come back to this on Wednesday. If you enjoyed the stream, go ahead and give the channel a follow. Or if you're so inclined, do consider subscribing, as it really does help me out. And if you have an Amazon Prime subscription, your first Twitch Prime subscription is free. I also have a YouTube channel, it's Folly of Alexandria at youtube.com, where I post more and more of my VODs. Anyway, I hope you all had a good time. Thank you all for coming, and I'll see you on Wednesday. Have a good one.